Yo, yo, what is up, everybody? I am Jesse Goku, also known as King Mexico. And what's going on? We are back with the Geeks Forever podcast. And joining me are my co hosts. One of them is gone to the bathroom. The other one is, oh, he's
Oh,
back.
just in time. Just in time.
What I miss? What's going on?
That's really what took you so long? Mister, it only takes me a minute to go piss and comes back with
I'm
a
sorry,
normal.
the bladder doesn't work like it used to. It's been so long since we've been on. This is a
Way
dumb
too
joke.
All right. So, what is going on, everybody? I am King Mexico, also known as Jesse Goku. And joining me are my co hosts, the host with the most, Jace.
Yeah.
And the man with the plan, Sonic.
Hi.
And notably, by her absence, SJ will probably be on here later today. It's been a while. We haven't seen everybody since Sunday. A lot's been going on. It's kind of I'm not gonna talk about it, so don't even ask. And I'm dead serious. Don't fucking ask me. But we are back, and we are back for today at least. And we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot of shit to talk about. So what's going on, Sonic, with the skinny?
All right, so it's been a few days, so we are back with the skinny. For starters, the Houston Arcade and Pinball Expo has postponed. They pretty much just said, okay, we're not going to, this whole mass social distancing thing is not going to work for our convention, so they postponing it to next year. Basically, if you already got a pass for this year's, you could just roll it over or just ask for a refund. Regal Cinemas, basically the theaters that handle, Edward Cinemas, announced that starting today, they will be shutting down until further notice. Apparently it's just, they think it's not working out. The movie, not everybody's coming to the theaters. And speaking of that, several big movies have been delayed probably within a year or two. The big one being The Batman, scheduled for next year, will be moved to 2022.
Motherfucker.
The remake of Dune, which was scheduled for December, moved to October next year. And the next Jurassic World Dominion, moved to June of 2022. And speaking of movies, earlier today we got word that Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch, will be part of the next Spider-Man movie. So pretty interesting. A little people are saying it's leading up to a Spider-Verse, so we'll see.
Well, they are saying that because there's also reports that Sony and Disney have been in negotiations with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, that too. There you go. A little more fuel to the fire. And let's see. Mortal Kombat 11 announced they'll be doing a somewhat of a companionship similar to Mortal Kombat XL. It will be called Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, which will be coming out later this year. And if you get it, you will also get a free upgrade to the PS5 and Xbox Series X versions. So basically, that's going to be another game that's going to come out for PS5 and Xbox Series X. Speaking of, they announced 3 new characters to their DLC: Melina, Rain, and John Rambo.
Yeah, that was
11.
That was out
of left field.
Not as out as left field as the announcement for the 7th pack for Smash.
Oh, Steve, which is coming out next week.
Steve Jobs. Yeah, and Jace is going to be in Smash too.
Right. I'm a DLC or trophy.
What's with the old? Why do you look like Santa Claus?
Because this is a Santa Claus beard I bought and the glasses.
I was about to say
Sabbath Claus.
Yeah, you look like Sabbath Claus.
This is what Chris Sabat would look like if he'd ever let himself go.
All right, quick shout out to Chase, Dandelion, and Gabby as well. Nobody's commented first yet.
Should.
Yeah, shit. What's up, Diana? Mitchell is here. Oh, damn. A bunch of the comments just popped up. I noticed that you guys, I don't know if you guys have noticed just yet, but there is a brand new, it's called a brand new format, but it's just a new layout. The chat is no longer visible on the stream. This new look is going to help us. It's to help us look more professional. Anyways, anything else on the skinny?
Well, if you want to feel old and based on the music we played earlier, this week, actually 2 days ago, it's the 20th anniversary of the U.S. release of Digimon the movie, and that's why we were playing a song from the soundtrack.
Yeah, I feel old.
Yeah, if you want to feel old, there you go. 20 years. It's crazy. It's been 20 years, actually.
Yeah. Anything else?
And actually, another surprise. Most people know it. Crash Bandicoot 4 was already released, and apparently we got some sales news about it. Apparently, it outsold Star Wars Squadrons, which is the new Star Wars game from EA that came out at the same time. It barely beat them by 1,000 units physically in the UK. Apparently, a lot of people thought, "Oh, that's terrible," but keep this in mind: Activision was pushing the digital release very heavily. You know, oh, play the demo, free exclusive costumes, and all that. So it's a wait and see. I don't think it's dead. A lot of people are playing it. Quick cheap plug: I did a review on it. It's on my YouTube. Go check it out.
I was
And
actually
there
going
you
to
go.
plug in your video. I want to give a quick shout out to Destiny, who's a first time commenter in the podcast. Have to show support for my fellow castmate. Glad to be here. Woo woo. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your last name, Destiny. But welcome. If you have any questions or any comments or anything you would like for us to talk about, let us know. Dana says, which is funny because Kyuzum movie just got released earlier this week on DVD/Blu-ray.
That's right. That's
I
the new
have
Digimon movie.
Not seen it, but if anybody would like to sponsor, I will do a review on it. I was supposed to do a podcast on Saturday. Speaking of podcasts, we do have a podcast this Sunday. This Sunday, me and Sonic are going to be doing a podcast at 11 a.m. on Sunday.
Yeah, so if you don't want to spend brunch with your family, you can spend it with us.
I mean,
Sunday brunch.
what the fuck is
Well,
brunch?
lunch and breakfast?
Why don't you just have breakfast and then lunch?
It's brunch. You kind of answer your own question there.
Why do you look like them two dudes from like that Viking video game on the Sega Genesis?
It's Leif Erikson Day.
No, it's not.
Ding-a-ding-a-doo.
Ding-a-ding-a-durgan.
It is Leif Erikson Day.
I don't know what the... You white people are always inventing new holidays.
Yeah, Sunday. So what the fuck is brunch exactly?
So the podcast on Sunday is we are interviewing. We're doing an interview with the mass cast of We Rise. So we're gonna have most of the cast from We Rise on the podcast, and we're gonna be talking about We Rise, their group, what they do, and you know, we're gonna be shooting shit. There will be no drinking involved because I don't drink on Sundays. That's kind of weird for me. Why
And
do
it's
you?
also-
There's this fucking Viking video game on the Sega Genesis. I don't know if you've ever heard of it or if you ever played it,
Golden
but you look like one of the fucking characters. What
Is-
did?
Golden Axe.
No.
it's
This
not
one's a
Golden
much sillier.
I look like every
One is
generic
like a big
Viking.
fat one, and one's like a short, skinny blonde one.
Oh, Hagar the whore. Wait, no, I think I know what
Is-
that is.
You think
It's a
I'm-
comic book. It's a comic thing, right?
I think so, kind of. I don't know.
They made a video game where it's a fat guy and a short guy. But I
Yeah,
don't think
and they're Vikings, and you look like the fat one.
Oh, the Lost Vikings.
Is it?
There's-
Is it called?
Yeah, the Lost Vikings. Yeah, that's what it's
People
called.
are saying that you either need to be goofy or have alcohol, but you're not.
That's
you can't be saying on the podcast.
that is true.
Yeah, it's called the
I
Lost
thought
Vikings.
it was Leif Erikson Day.
Erickson Day from
What-
SpongeBob. You
What is
remember
it
that?
called? What is it called? How do you say it?
Leif
What?
Erikson Day.
Leif
It is
Erikson
October
Day.
9th.
Dinga dinga durgan.
I'll
There you
save this
go.
for tomorrow then. Oh God! Thank goodness.
No, put it back on.
no,
No,
gotta do it
put it back
tomorrow.
on. Wait, who said we're gonna be on tomorrow?
Gotta hope so.
Why? It's
I've
just-
I've been saving a special shirt for Friday, and we haven't been able to do it.
All right, happy dinga dinga durgan day. Whatever. I don't know what the fuck was the name of the game.
The Lost Vikings. I said it like several times already.
Okay, damn. I'm sorry.
I'm like,
It's
am I,
like, damn.
am I-
Listen.
it's like that. It's like that image of that guy talking to a brick wall.
Hold
Why
on,
won't
I'm
you
gonna look
learn?
it up.
Yeah, look it up.
No, that's not it either.
Oh, it's not it. It's not the Lost Vikings.
No, it's not.
Generic Viking game, I'm guessing then.
Generic Viking game.
I agree with the Golden Axe comment, but that's just because dwarves all look like that.
Okay,
Has a beard and a spiky helmet.
you got me questioning my life right now. I know I didn't just imagine this shit. Oh, it
Hagar?
was called
Was it?
Asterix.
Asterix, or whatever. It's got a X in it.
Yeah. Asterix.
Asterix the Gaul. I think.
Let me pull it up.
Yeah, Asterix the Gaul. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Right. Asterix and the Great Rescue.
Yeah, Asterix the Gaul.
Makes
For-
sense.
Well, I'm still gonna pull up anyway, so our viewers can see it.
Okay, gotcha.
So for
It's because you said a beard, but the guy doesn't have a beard. He just has braids.
right,
big
right,
one.
right, right, yeah. It's, I mean, fuck, tomato. You're picking
Potato,
hairs at
potato.
this. You're
Splitting
picking hairs
hairs.
at this fucking point. Transition.
Snuggle.
Yeah,
I
he,
was
look
trying
like,
to.
he has a mustache, but
Yeah, I was
now
like,
you look like the Wish.com version of Chris Sabat.
Ooh.
All right.
Thanks
What
for
the
it.
fuck is brunch? For real?
If you're not
what the
drinking
hell is brunch?
mimosas, brunch is invented by white people so they can drink early in the day and not feel bad.
Right. So that was a
We don't
dope
have
game back in the
mimosas,
day
it
because
doesn't
we
count.
missed you guys. LOL. It's an actual holiday though in celebration of Leif Erikson. I spelled it wrong the first time. The Viking explorer who started a colony in Canada and possibly modern day America in like the 900s. Yeah, but he's not my ancestor. I don't have to know that shit.
Mexican.
We
I mean-
celebrate Columbus Day because we're fucking stupid.
Mexicans weren't a thing back then. We were known as Aztecs and Mayans, but whatever.
Aztecs. They got
Quetzalcoatl.
Pancho Villa. Wrong era, but
Pancho
whatever.
Don Quixote.
Don Quixote. El
What do you fight?
Cabon.
Quick draw. That was pretty good.
All right, so we were talking about Digimon, the movie, before we started the podcast, because, like, we didn't play an Under Subsidence song. We played a Digimon theme song.
Song from Digimon.
We played a song from the Digimon soundtrack. And we were talking about the Digimon movie. I don't know if anybody remembers the Digimon movie, but I remember watching it as a kid. It was a really good movie because there was less crying and bullshit than the Pokemon movie. Like, Pokemon, for some reason, they start fighting and then they start crying. And as a little kid, I don't want to see them cry. I want to see them fight.
Let them fight.
For real. It was like, I expected a Godzilla movie and I got Care Bears the movie. They went from Pokemon to fucking Barney the Purple Dinosaur.
If anything, Detective Pikachu was the better Pokemon. It was the best Pokemon movie.
Yeah, it really was.
It was the best Pokemon movie.
That came out in theaters.
But I remember Digimon. I remember as a kid, Digimon was a better movie, but I watched it as an adult. And I'm like,
Yeah,
this
it doesn't
movie
make any
makes
sense.
no goddamn sense.
Yeah, if you watch it today, it's just like, it opens your eyes like, wow, this is what the movie I watched 20 years ago.
It looked good though. That
It
was
looked-
the
it looked
big
good, yeah.
difference
Great.
between the anime.
Yeah.
The
The animation looks great. It looks amazing. It's like,
story didn't make any damn sense.
that's because it was like, you watch it and you watch the first act, you've watched the first half of the movie,
Mhm.
and you're like,
Neat.
it feels like it should end here.
Nah,
But-
we got
but-
another 60 minutes of this shit.
Well,
But
no,
it
no, the
didn't.
movie was like an hour and a half,
Yeah.
or like an hour and 20 minutes.
It's,
so
it's a 90-minute.
the first fight, like Greymon and Uncle
Parrot.
Toucan Sam is like,
It's a parrot.
it's a
It looked like Birdramon in the series initially.
well, look,
and then
whatever.
then
Toucan. It was Greymon versus Toucan Sam, and that fight lasted about 10 fucking minutes. And then like you have fucking Omnimon versus this fucking villain from like Marvel.
Oh, wasn't it? What
The
was
code?
Diaboromon, it was
Diaboromon, yeah.
Diaboromon.
Diaboromon.
And that whole
This is
thing
why you
lasts
don't
about
use
half an hour.
LimeWire. LimeWire caused that entire movie.
LimeWire, yeah, that's pretty much that. Trying to download Linkin Park Numb.exe.
Yeah, for real. Just because I wanted to download the Linkin Park album, Diaboromon
That-
was able to get into the U.S. military servers.
That
And
movie
launch
was
a
a
nuclear
prime
code.
example of how a toxic community can just bug down anyone's type
And
of
they
bandwidth.
asked the kids
Send
to
them
stop.
hate comments.
What I don't
Yeah.
understand is he's like, stop sending emails, guys. You're slowing down.
And then they
You're slowing us down, and they send twice as many emails.
Like-
It's like,
Yeah.
It's exactly what they would do.
There
today.
was a
Fuck.
scene that was really funny. It's where, what was it? Izzy went to the bathroom or something because he drank that shake or whatever.
I gotta pee.
And then Ty, like, he watches the fight. He bangs on the computer monitor, and the fucking computer gets all fucked up. And then Izzy has to reboot it.
yeah.
Ty's like, it's not like it did it on purpose or anything. And then Izzy says, yeah, right. Like, it wasn't your fault between you and Sora. And then I was like, oh.
Oh, oof.
Did
that
he
was
like
an oof.
throw up in her hat or something?
No, it was what he explained. It was really funny the way he explained. He goes, it was stupid. I gave her this neat little hair clip for her birthday, and she's like, "Oh, you don't like my hairstyle?" And I was like, "How could I tell? You always wear a hat." "Oh, you don't like my hat now?"
God.
It's really confusing.
Yeah,
was like,
that's
"Wow,
exactly what happened in
That's
this.
exactly what
That
he
is
said. It
word
just
for
made that
word
funny.
what happened in the damn movie.
And that is
Yeah.
relationship.
No, and then
And
and
it
then
sucks.
because
It
because
sucks
early
so
in the
much.
beginning, yeah, because early in the beginning of that part, he was trying to write a letter to her, and then he wrote, what was it? It came out "Love Ty," and he didn't want that, but then his sister Kari just sent it to him, sent it to her, and then in the end, she actually reads it, and he's like, "Stupid Ty." That's all he says. That's like her only fucking line in the movie.
For real, like she could have said something better than "stupid Ty."
Hey, she got paid for it.
Well, I mean, they didn't do shit. Like they, God damn it! Like the
And then
trailer was.
Mimi-
Don't get me
Mimi was
wrong.
in,
I liked.
the show and the series and all that.
I liked the Omnimon. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool. And then,
But like,
what was?
I don't
Don't
know.
Mimi was in,
I liked.
And then you get the song, "Let's kick it on."
For real, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Digimon, the movie was interesting as a kid, but I felt like, and it had a great soundtrack. It was an amazing soundtrack. It was, but like,
If you take that all the way, and what do you get? You know what I mean?
oh, Ari's asking, what are you wearing?
Oh, he missed the beard thing in the beginning.
Yeah, he went through several costume changes. I don't know. He's having like a stroke or a midlife crisis or something.
No, I just don't have any.
Midlife
Eyesight.
stroke, a midlife stroke crisis.
I think I look good in glasses.
Well, I know what you meant by Alex, but okay.
My mystery's revealed.
Oh no, he revealed
Oh,
his
no.
he revealed
Except
his
for
government
when I
name.
comment. I'm dumb. I comment on the video and it has my name, which also has my fake name in it as well.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
Like, just in case you don't know who I am. Like, well, there goes the mystery.
Well, I think the issue I had with Digimon is they hinted that there was something going on between Sora and Tai, and then she ends up with Matt.
Mm. They
Oh.
did do that. That's right.
They did.
Let me.
They did. She
They
was like,
did.
oh my God, there's something going on between Tai and Sora, and then she buys a fucking gift for Matt. Matt is essentially the
because
Sasuke.
he didn't like
of
the
group.
hat.
Matt's gonna knock her up and then leave. Yeah, because like at the very end of the show, like the end of the series of the second season is still canon. She has 2 kids and they look like Matt, but they're not married or together. They're separated. So he knocked her up and then left.
Yeah.
He-
So it's kind
Well,
of.
he's in a band, you know. He's always on the road.
Yeah, he
The
pulled the Sasuke.
Digidestin, formerly known as Matt.
Yeah.
That's very much. Oh my god.
Wasn't his thing friendship or was his courage? His crest
was
or
friendship.
something? I don't remember.
His was friendship.
How ironic.
First fucking
Tai
one to
had
leave.
courage because he had the balls to stand up to everybody. A lot of people didn't like the Digimon Tri movies.
I thought they were okay.
I liked them. I thought they were cool. But anyways, I digress. We're here to talk about toxic fandoms.
While we're at it, we might as well just talk about Digimon then.
Oh
That's
yeah,
okay.
fuck that. I don't feel
Digimon
like
has a toxic.
It's not really a toxic fandom per se, but it has a lot of, obviously there's a lot when it comes to fandom. Sometimes there'll be cases where like if you call them out on some of their flaws, people obviously would just get all like heated up about it.
Other Flames actually brought up a good point. Could have been the dub that wanted Tai and Sora, but the sub wanted Matt and Sora.
Yeah, because the way the dub is, the way they wrote it, it just implied like, hey, I feel like Tai and Sora should be together. It's just way they wrote it.
Even the subtitle one, even in Digimon Tri, they were like, "Oh, Tai has really grown up, huh, Sora?" And she's like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about." So they were kind of hinting that something was going on, but like she chose Matt. Even in the Japanese version, she chose Matt. But I like the new girl they introduced that kind of had like something going on with Matt, like. Not Matt, I'm sorry. I don't know.
Tai.
Yeah,
It
Tai.
was Tai, right? Yeah.
They were kind of hinting that something could
In
happen.
Tri, right?
Yeah, in Tri.
It was
the
May,
girl
right? Yeah.
May.
Yeah.
I like her. She's prettier than Sora. I don't know. But
Does she
I
have
don't.
a hat?
No, she does not have a hat. She doesn't have a Viking or Santa Claus beard. Speaking, no, we're talking about toxic
It's a
fandoms.
hard
So
sell.
what is it? And I want to know in the comments what do you think is a toxic fandom, so we can talk about them a bit. But
Yeah,
I
just
don't
give us
think
some ideas.
I don't think Digimon has a toxic fandom.
No.
You don't really hear about their fandom that much. It's like you have to kick over certain rocks to find them.
No, because they're not
Right.
that toxic. It's just that
It's not toxic. It's just sometimes there's parts a lot of people want to talk about. Like, I saw a lot of people who were, when the end of Try came out, they were like, wasn't really what I was expecting.
I
or
think
what I
that's
really
the
wanted.
toxic part of the Digimon fandom,
Right.
though.
I haven't heard any feedback regarding the newest one that just came out.
I haven't heard.
Of,
Nobody
Kizuna. I
talks
haven't heard
about
any
because
feedback.
it was coming out right as we were going into quarantine.
Yeah, it was, and then it was gonna come in theaters too, like what they did with Try, and then obviously when all this happened, then they just decided to release it digitally,
Mm-hmm.
and also on DVD and all that.
I think the toxic fandom for Digimon is the fans that don't like the newer stuff. Like, oh, only the original's good. Like, none of the newer stuff is good. And
Yeah,
I'll give them that.
I'll give an
example.
Sucks. Actually, now I think about it, what was of all the Digimon series they did? Which one's your favorite one? Which one's your least favorite series?
My
I didn't
favorite
like
one,
Fusion,
I guess.
that new one, Fusion. I didn't like that.
That one, yeah,
Yeah,
that one
it-
kind of sucked.
It's kind of why.
Freaking Mitchell. He said Trump voters, but I don't think that's what we were going for.
Different kind of toxic.
That's a political toxic. That's not a.
They have a whole party of those.
We have a whole country of toxic when it comes to political awareness, or no, not
Affiliations.
what is it? Political awareness, not. Which one is
Political
PC? What does PC mean?
Political
correct?
correct.
Correctness. Politically correct.
I am politically correct. That
Yeah,
there's no
PC
such
principle.
thing. There's no such thing as a fucking politician that gives a shit about us.
It's like, you PC, bro.
PC, bruh.
Let's see. Okay, Fusion. Y'all didn't like that. Which is your favorite one?
My
I like the
favorite-
one when they did the armors.
Oh, Frontier.
That was like
I like
I don't
that
know.
one.
Like I hated that one.
You didn't
I
like
had-
Frontier? I like
didn't
Frontier.
Okay, for those of you that don't know, the 5th season is called Frontier, and it's the one where the kids become the Digimon.
I thought
Okay.
that was cool.
I like
You know
the
what?
armor I like the concept of it.
If you wanna, do you want me to just list down the order, like the season and all that? So it's Digimon Adventure 1, Digimon Adventure 2, and then Tamers, right?
It's Tamers,
Frontier,
Data Squad,
Data Squad, and then Fusion.
or Cross Wars, or
Cross
Digimon
Wars.
Cross, or whatever.
Okay, Digimon Cross, and then they did that reboot that just came out too.
Frontier's the 4th season. Right. Frontier's the 4th, and Data Squad is the 5th. My bad.
Mhm.
I like 03 was good. I like 03. 03 was very childish, but it was dark. It was good.
Tamers.
What was 03?
Tamers?
It was the
Oh.
one. It's the one with the cards. In the beginning, they had the cards, but then they got rid of the
I like
fucking cards.
I like that one
later
too.
on.
That was pretty cool.
The Digimon app monsters is pretty good. I don't know. It's like when it comes to Digimon versus Pokemon, like Pokemon's always gonna win. When it comes to storyline and like building this world and this multiverse and building up characters, Digimon wins. But when it comes to merchandising, popularity, numbers, sales,
You know, the
Profit.
thing that the business people care about.
I mean, because at the end of the day, it has to make money. I know there's like
quickest way to get a cartoon canceled is for having no toy sales.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Look, look.
There's a shit ton. There's a shit ton of There's a shit ton of shows with that example.
There's a shit ton of shows that are good, but they sucked overall and they got canceled.
They can't sell toys. Who cares?
I mean, if you can't sell toys, you can't make a buck. Nobody's gonna have you on. I mean, you could think that this thing is like the greatest thing ever,
Right.
but if it doesn't make money, then there's no point in keeping it. It's like, oh well, it's not making me any money. I'm actually losing money. And that's one thing. Like, yeah, Digimon has better lore and stories than Pokemon. Pokemon, it doesn't make sense. Like Pokemon, it's starting to make more sense now that they're they introduced Arceus, and they kind of went over what is it called, the pecking order, I guess, of Pokemon. Like, oh, Arceus is God. He's the god of the universe. He created everything, including all Pokemon. Okay, then why can a 10-year-old capture and tame him?
With technology, we can defeat religion.
That's right. And there's no religion in Pokemon, honestly.
Well, you can see God. Who cares?
I don't believe in God. There's Arceus right there. That doesn't mean anything. Lies. I don't believe that I was created by a Pokemon.
Not religious.
Yeah, because like for the longest,
So like, is Arceus like the god, or is there like a god of Pokemon and then
no,
there's
Arceus is
another
essentially
god?
So according to Pokemon lore, Arceus is God. He created the universe. He created Doggy.
Like, you know what?
Created Palkia,
I'm tired of having these things
Dialga.
have like powers and shit.
He created Dialga, Palkia, and Satan. I forget what's his face. That evil chaos fucking Pokemon from Pokemon Platinum. What the fuck is he called?
I'm trying to remember too. Some of them have like
Isn't
the most
the ice
oddest
one?
names. No, it was. I think
Satan.
it was. Yeah, Satan.
Just like
No,
I like
what is
Satan.
he
Let's
called?
go
Like,
Satan.
what was he called?
Dialga?
No,
No,
not
that's-
Dialga is the
Dialga was the
Pokemon of...
alien.
No.
Deoxys
Dialga
is
is the Pokemon of time, and Palkia is the Pokemon of space.
Oh, it's a Giratina.
Giratina. Right, Giratina is essentially Satan. Because he lives in a distorted world where he was cast down from the heavens because he was chaotic.
Giratina is the ghost
That's
one,
accurate.
though, isn't it?
He's a ghost, but he has a serpent. He has a serpent mode, and he has a different mode. And the serpent is supposed to represent the devil in the Bible, because something about the devil is snakes and turning people into stone when he looks at them, or some shit like that.
Yeah, he pretty much represents antimatter.
Yeah. Right. Am I mixing up my religions again?
Oh yeah, in the comments, Other Flame says the whole 10-year can catch God is only gameplay wise. Actual story wise, you can't catch the legendaries unless you're that guy that Ash lost to that had a darker eye. Still salty over that.
He's
Bastard.
kind of right and kind of wrong. Like, they don't capture the legendaries. You can. Like, they had a Master Ball and they could capture them with the Master Ball, but the Master Ball is the only ball that can really capture the legendaries. And even then, the legendaries have to submit to you. That's in the manga. The manga is so much deeper. In the video, we go with video game logic, and according to video game logic, there are 100 of the Arceus running around somewhere. 100 gods. Because I don't know if people realize this, and we're gonna go back into toxic fandoms in a minute. But the Pokemon is a multiverse,
got a
so
bad fandom in some way too.
Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, and Silver are one universe. Fire Red, Leaf Green, so each generation of Nintendo consoles is a different universe of Pokemon, and they established that because I don't know if people played Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby.
Yeah, Omega Ruby.
What
They
did
mentioned it in the games.
They
don't
mentioned in the game that in their universe, the Pokemon war between Free Willy and the fucking Godzilla monster looking motherfucker from the Lavazilla.
Groudon and Kyogre.
Yeah, whatever.
And Kyogre.
Free Willy.
Free Willy. This man says Free Willy.
That's accurate.
That's accurate, yeah. Ah, shit, I should have named him that when I fucking caught him.
Fucking Rayquaza shows up and says,
Free
"Y'all better
Wilziak,
cut
there
that
you
shit
go.
out."
Free Wilziak
Free
from South
Willy.
Park.
Free Willy. Yeah, we need to get SJ's sister on here to talk about this shit. But Free Willy and Lavazilla are fighting over here. Groudon and Kyogre are fighting. And Rayquaza's like, hey, y'all better cut that shit out. But in the other...
Oh, shit.
There was this giant war. So Pokemon X and Y, they talk about this Pokemon war. It didn't happen in the other games. So in the games, it is confirmed that it is a multiverse between the games. So Gen 1 and 2 are part of one universe. 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7 are another. The Game Boy versions and the DS versions are two separate universes. The 3DS are different.
Oh.
It's a different universe. And Pokemon Let's Go, Sword and Shield are a brand new universe.
Was there? And then someone, other flames wrote, I tried to set up a timeline for the Pokemon games. Had an easier time figuring out Kingdom Hearts. If anything, I'll do you one better. I tried setting up a timeline for Pokemon games. Had an easier time figure out which is chronologically correct about the Zelda timeline.
No, they already did that. Nintendo
didn't,
already released an official timeline. There's
That's
3
kinda
timelines.
Unless they release another game, which will probably fuck something up.
No. There's 3 timelines. Because Ocarina of Time is meant to be the one game where they all split. So you have the timeline where fucking Link gets his ass handed to him and dies. You have the second timeline where Link wins, but he becomes a child again for some dumbass reason. And then you have the third timeline where Link he wins, but he decides to stay an adult and knock up Zelda.
He becomes a man.
He becomes a man.
With
So
a plan.
Link to the Past is supposed to be the timeline where Link lost, and you have to, I don't know. Legend of Zelda fucking timeline is so confusing.
It is.
But the second game is still the end of the series. I'm talking about the NES version. The Adventures of Link is still the end of the series.
Zelda 2, essentially.
Yeah, it's called Legend of Zelda 2, The
Electric
Adventures of
Boogaloo.
Link. The Adventures of the Electric Boogaloo.
Quantum Boogaloo.
Because,
time travel. Quantum.
time travel. Mexican.
Quantum.
Time traveling Mexican.
Quantum.
Breath of the Wild.
Quantum Mexican.
Quantum.
They have not fit Breath of the Wild into it yet, but I know Skyward Sword is the beginning of the timeline.
Yeah, it's like the earliest one.
Right. Skyward Sword is the very first one in the timeline because he's making the Master Sword in the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's forging it in the game for the first time. Where in the other games it's already forged. He just takes it out of a fucking rock like Excalibur.
He knew the password.
He's King Arthur. There you go.
He's King Arthur.
Every time.
The CDI
time you
games
pulled
fit
it
in the
up.
trash.
That's
You
what I
should be
said.
ashamed of
Trash.
yourselves for buying those games. The Legend of Zelda has a toxic fandom too. Don't get me wrong. They have a very
Those were the
toxic
dark
fandom.
times.
They're not as toxic though as Final Fantasy VII fans. Nothing can compare to Final Fantasy VII when it comes to the
It's
fans.
the
Like,
best game in the world.
you don't understand. Cloud is so like hip and emo and dark, and he doesn't
take shit from anybody.
he doesn't take shit, but he like donates to orphans.
I
'cause
like
he's
how
got
Cloud just took like the best aspects of a better character.
I like how Cloud had so much ass chasing him, and he said no. Hey, I'm gonna go chase Sephiroth like Sasuke chases Naruto, or vice versa.
I was about to say, like, what?
Cloud
another
is so
fandom.
fucking generic. I mean,
He's
Link
a carbon
has
copy
more-
of another character.
Okay, besides Final Fantasy VII, name another Final Fantasy game.
Well, hold on.
that
I got one more
people-
thing. I got one more
okay.
thing to say before we move on to that subject.
Okay.
Cloud is the emo, hot topic, hip and edgy version of Link. Doesn't talk, don't ever say shit, blonde, emo, overpowered, full of shit, and gets more ass than a toilet seat, but don't take it. All right, what were we
He has
talking about?
dialogue in the game.
I was gonna say, besides Final Fantasy VII, what's another another game that has like a lot of toxicity on?
Final Fantasy X. There are people that can't stop playing the game. Like, for some reason, all they do is badmouth the damn game. It's like, this game sucks, then why are you here?
I'm gonna play it until it gets better.
I'm going to play it until that laugh that Tidus does is not awkward.
The voice actor still does it too. Makes it funny about it.
Yeah,
But,
James Arnold Taylor.
but no, people don't realize that if you watch the game and you pay attention to what they're saying, the reason why it was awkward because he was forcing it. Like, that was the context of the game.
Yeah,
He was forcing it out. Like, he was there with Yuna, and then he actually laughs, and it's much more not generic.
Natural.
What is natural? Yes, it was much more natural to laugh. But that forced one, ha ha ha. He's forcing it out. He was just like,
he's being sarcastic essentially.
right. They were just trying to draw attention because how do you feel? How would you feel when you find out your dad is fucking Kyogre? Look at that Free Willy looking damn monster over there trying to destroy the world. and it's my dad. And I just found out the world that I come from is fake and bullshit, and it's like the fucking Sims.
That's tough. Can we get a
Oof.
that's tough in the
That's
chat?
a tough F in the chat.
That's buddy.
Final Fantasy X is one of the best stories in the series. Yes, I agree, but it borrows a lot, way too much from Christianity as a whole. Oh, you have our Savior, the Summoner, with their disciples going out on a pilgrimage to defeat sin.
And Judas.
Nobody
there's a Judas. I
betrays
haven't
you
played
in
the
the
game.
group. They didn't have a Judas in the group.
Nah,
Let me
I don't
go,
know. I
let me
play
go,
Final
let me
Fantasy.
go, man. Let me go, let me go.
If the Bible were among us, they'd be like, "Oof, Jesus looking kind of sus right now."
He's looking pretty sus at
They
this
voted
moment.
his
Why does
ass
Judas
out.
always blame Jesus? I don't know why.
He's gonna have someone to blame. Judas probably look. Let me put it like this: the other guys in the group
kick.
probably owed Judas money. He's like, "Nah, I can't have them killed. They stole me money. They got to pay me back first. Because you ain't gonna get your money from a dead person. Well, but Jesus don't owe me. Jesus looking kind of sus.
Man, imagine you kick Jesus out, and 3 fucking days later he comes back.
He's like, "Oh, you thought
I
I was
heard you
gonna
be talking
respawn,
about
huh,
me. I'm
bitch?
dead.
You didn't think I was gonna respawn, now did you?
Bitch, I survived.
I done lived and I came back with a vengeance." Speaking of which, look what we found. I got something new today. My friend bought it. It was $10.
I've seen the Blitzball game. The Blitzball is pretty cool.
It was $10 at Walmart.
Oh, the Cyberpunk thing at Walmart. Oh yeah, that game has gone gold too, so they actually are gonna release it on November. The game has gone gold.
Neat.
This was originally $40, but they're trying to get rid of them for 10. And I thought, and it's
Yeah,
the
'cause they
Keanu
were
Reeves character. So
Yeah, they made a shit ton of them, and like it's always, every time I go to Walmart, it's always there. Like nobody ever touches it.
yeah, but for $10, I was like, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a deal. Yeah.
Turn around and sell it. I'll take 15 for it.
No, there was someone
Profit.
there was someone who was trying to do that. They bought a copy of Super Mario 3D All Stars, and on Facebook Marketplace they try to sell it for $90. I'm like, oh, stupid! I could go get one right now for 40.
Other flames to note, the whole emo Cloud is because that's what they thought the fans saw Cloud was, and molded him into that. The original game Cloud was nothing like that. Such a bizarre thing to happen.
Yeah, if you play the original one compared to the remake, it's true.
The original, he didn't really say shit either. The
all
original one over
polygons.
here looking like Link. The original Cloud looking like Link over here, like, oh, times are tough. I had to get a side gig. Let me change my hair so nobody recognizes me. I see old silent elf looking ass, blonde hair looking ass mother.
Like toxic fandoms. I don't like the Pokemon fandom.
Yeah,
For the game
you can't
specifically.
say anything bad about Pokemon.
The new game doesn't have the entire Pokedex. Well, fuck. None of the games have had the entire damn thing.
Before Sun and Moon, it was the same shit over and over. Like I said, and I said this the last time we talked about this. It was a 10-year-old. You pick a starter Pokemon. You go out. You collect 8 gym badges. You defeat the Elite Four. You defeat the
local
cartel of the region. You fight the legendary of the region. Game over. Sun and Moon, they changed it. They changed the format so it was different. Everybody bitched about that. Oh, why'd they change it? Like, and they're like, you know what? Call of Duty, it sucks because it's the same shit every year. I'm like, no, Pokemon's the same shit, and it comes out every year now. The only
Like,
Pokemon
we
game
want
I
we
liked-
want new Pokemon designs. Then you bitch about the Pokemon.
Yeah, for
designs
real.
'cause
We
they're
want
too
new
generic. Like,
Pokemon, and why did you add new Pokemon? They suck. Like, I only like the original 150. Like, like, and if you really think about it, if you take the 150, if you would have taken those and added them later on, people would have said they suck too.
this one's just a rock snake. That's
This
not
one's
very...
just a giant rock with arms.
This is a floating pebble with arms, and this one's got legs now.
This one looks like he watches too much Batman.
Why does Venonat evolve into Venomoth, but
This
not
one's
Butterfree?
stupid. This one's just a damn snake. Its
Ekans
name is
backwards
Snake,
is snake.
and Ekans is just Snake backwards. And
This one's
Grimer's
Cobra.
just Sludge.
Not as bad as later on. There's a Pokemon that's literally a bag of garbage.
There's literally a Pokemon that's a keychain. Like, it's just a chain with
Keys. Jingle keys. It's the keys that Adam West was trying to jingle at the door, and he got hit by a brick in the face. And he
This
goes, "Oh my god,
Pokemon's-
I'm a tomato."
This Pokemon sucks. It's just a giant rat. This. I was
It comes
watching.
from a smaller rat.
I was watching Pokemon Rusty, and Professor Tree and this other dude are getting high, and they're watching this documentary about Pokemon, and the guy in the documentary is like, and these Pokemon are just birds. What's up with that? Well, what is up with that? Like seriously, all the bird Pokemon are just fucking birds.
Wait, what does up with that, my friend?
Arbok is just
Arbok.
Cobra
Yeah,
backwards.
see this
Arbok
new
is
series
Cobra
of
backwards.
birds.
What about Pikachu? Pikachu's
No.
probably the worst one. Who in their right mind colored this rat yellow?
Because of electricity.
Yeah.
That's a weird power to give a rat. Like Rattata makes sense. It eats shit. It bites you. Pidgey flies.
If the description for Pikachu didn't say rodent
It
or
said mouse.
Pokemon, I would not have thought this thing's a mouse.
For real, it doesn't look like
This
a
big
mouse.
chunky yellow thing looks like a hamster.
It looks like a hamster or a
So
cat.
rodent is correct. It looked like a
It
hamster.
doesn't
or
look
cat.
like a
It does
rat
not
at
look
all.
like a mouse.
Rattata looks like a rat. When you see Rattata, you're like, damn,
And
that's
now
a
it looks like
big
a
rat.
fucking bunny.
Mhm.
Now it has like that bunny shape. It's got the big feet and
Who
big
does
old ears, like-
Venonat evolve in? Mothra, right?
Mothra.
Venom. Mothra is correct.
Mothra is correct.
Venom. No, it's Venonat.
Venonat. Oh, Venomoth.
Venonat.
Not Mothra.
Venonat evolves to Venomoth.
Venomoth. Yeah, it wasn't Mothra.
But the color scheme and the build of
Mothra.
Venonat looks like it should evolve into Butterfree because the colors in the eyes, but instead they make it into Venomoth.
Can you
Which doesn't
imagine
look anything like
going into the forest and a giant Beedrill just comes at you? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah,
you-
there was that news report.
it. Fuck.
There was a news report they did when Pokemon Go was huge, and then they were asking, like, the reporter was asking people who were playing the game. They were interviewing. It's like, hey, it's like, oh, so what Pokemon are you looking for? It's like, and then this guy was trying to describe
Big ass fucking bee.
Yeah, this big dick bee or some shit.
Big bee.
Oh, I know this guy.
There's
Can you imagine though? You're in the world of
a big dick bee
Pokemon.
over here.
You go into the forest. There's nothing but Beedrills there, and you're all of a sudden you got the same damn allergy as the kid from My Girl.
Mhm.
I don't want to be here right now.
I don't want to be.
There's a Pokemon D&D game that I played, and I played a guy called Guns Ventura, and he is afraid of Beedrill because who the fuck wouldn't be afraid of a giant fucking bees with drills for hands? Like, no, fuck this shit.
Big dick bee.
That's right. That brings up another good
It's a
point.
Smosh, that's
how
right.
does
Okay.
Dratini turn
I
into
forgot.
Dragonite?
How does
the
it
color
turn?
doesn't make any sense. There's
Or
another
how does a
Pokemon, I think
how does a
Dratini-
Magikarp turn into a Gyarados?
Yeah, how does he turn into
That's where
Godzilla?
Dratini and the Dragonair looked like it should turn into the Gyarados, and Magikarp could probably turn into the Dragonair.
no,
just
that makes
because-
less sense.
Well, at least it's blue for the Dragonair to Gyarados.
But that makes less sense because Magikarp
It's snake-like.
Magikarp went from a fish to like off-brand Godzilla.
Oh, it went to fucking Gyarados before after that. Jeez.
I mean,
Gary
Everyone
Gyarados.
should turn into that damn thing.
Gyarados. I got the stone right here that turns Eevee into a ghost type. It's a fucking brick.
It's a brick.
Fucking
This is the
brick.
ghost stone. That's an ac brick. It's
That shit
effective.
is hilarious,
Super
though.
effective, some
I
would
saw
say.
that and I laughed so hard because I don't like the Eevee Pokemon at all.
I like them if they would make the type for everything, not just like 5. I want
No, there's more than 5. There's like 8 or 9 now.
There's 6. I don't fucking know.
No, there's a grass, there is a ice, there's a water, a fire, electric. There's the fairy,
Psychic and Dark and Fairy are the ones.
and there's
So
an ice
there's
one.
8 or 9.
Yeah,
There's like 8 or 9 of them.
and then they have the ghost
But
type with
like,
the
there's
brick.
a bunch of others you don't have.
You have the ghost type
That's
with
just
the
killing
brick.
both. I think it just turns into a Ghastly. Look, That's a Ghastly. Well, it was an Eevee.
It wasn't Eevee. Now he
An
dead.
old brick came in.
Good old brick. Now he dead.
Fought a bunch of Mega Beedrill and died.
Oh, okay. So the Magikarp is Gyarados based on a Japanese koi fish legend where they would hop into a waterfall or some shit like that, and then they turn into Godzilla. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the slightest
like,
thing about the Japanese.
If you're gonna make a blue snake, if you're gonna make a blue snake dragon, it should have evolved from the Dragonair, and not like Magikarp.
All right, why are we talking about Pokemon? We're
At
supposed
least
to be talking about
when
toxic
they're
fans.
enraged,
All right, what's another toxic fandom we can talk about?
bad Pokemon design.
That Pokemon design.
Pokemon's got a lot of toxic
That was
fans.
part of the toxic fandom is that the bad fucking designs.
Pokemon's got a lot of toxic fans. You have the people that play Pokemon Go, and they're like, "Oh, I play Pokemon Go." Well, I don't. Why not? It's free. Well, just because you have a
So
little
it's doing
attitude
nothing.
definitely means that I'm not gonna play it. Oh, you don't play it? You're lame. Like this one dude. We went to our friend's house, and we walk in. He's like, "Oh, are you guys here to play D&D?" I'm like, "No, I don't really play that." Oh, he's like, "You guys are lame. You guys are losers." I almost wanted to call him. I wanted to call him out. And,
Coming from the D&D guy.
this was coming from the D. No, the guy called us like lame and loser. I'm like, dude, I was about to cuss him out and punch him in the face. That's all I could say.
I'm gonna crit you right upside the fucking face.
I'm like, listen here, cracker. Oof. I mean, just because
There, D&D has a toxic community to it. but
Oh,
it's
fuck
not-
yeah, y'all do. Fuck yeah, y'all do.
Gatekeeping out the ass.
Y'all gatekeep, and then y'all get mad when people don't want to partake.
You're not having fun. Why aren't you having fun? This
Why
is
aren't
a
you
fun
over here
game.
playing with us? Oh, I don't want you to play with us because you like this, that, and that. Oh, but why aren't you playing with them? I'm like, man, you about to get my foot in your ass.
When they start switching to different editions, because they've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Like the one
when the
dude,
new edition comes, like no, I want
like
this
the
anymore.
one dude who's like, D&D sucks. It's all about Pathfinder. I'm like, aren't they the same fucking thing?
It was Pathfinder is math disguised as D&D, and it's fucking awful.
And then
All right, I
y'all are
attack.
very
I
toxic
take
towards each
5
other.
minutes.
Pathfinder, D&D, Pathfinder,
Oh, we fucking-
D&D.
D&D and Pathfinder hate each other like D&D and Call of Cthulhu players and
Pathfinder,
D&D
D&D,
and-
Heroescape.
3rd edition and Heroescape. Get out of here, Heroescape. No one likes you.
No one likes you. What was it called?
I play Hero Clicks.
You know which one I'm talking about? Like, there's one, and they're like on battlefields. Like, you have to have the fields made and everything, and you have to have the little army figures, and you control them, and you move them.
Warhammer.
Warhammer is cool. Warhammer is
It's
something I
cool,
can get into.
very expensive, and each game takes like an hour to 2 hours.
I heard a game could take all day.
It can, depending on how, because it's your army is based off of your points. So if you guys like, we're gonna do like a 20,000 point system or something. I don't know what the fucking number is, but that's how big your army can be. The bigger your army is, the longer that fight's gonna take.
Right, and you have to have like a booklet, a handbook for every like character, their abilities, and all this shit.
And the difference between like two different army people, they could look exactly the same, except for this one has a plasma rifle and this one has a semi-automatic rifle, and the difference is this little button that's like a millimeter big on that little gun that you don't fucking see. But if you want to play that one, you have to have that specific little.
My friend's
figure
so
bullet.
into Warhammer. No, Heroescape is to Warhammer as D&D is to Pathfinder. Oh, he says that-
Heroescape is Warhammer Light.
yeah, no, Heroescape is a cheaper version of Warhammer.
Yeah. Also, the figures come painted, so you don't have to do that. Warhammer
No,
doesn't do that.
Yeah, no, because somebody bought me Heroescape and it came with like the terrain, you had to build it, and it came with the figures, and they had all this stuff. But Warhammer, you have to paint them yourself. You have to buy them individually, paint them yourself. Like each one comes by itself. It was like, how much is this one? $5? $5 for one?
Warhammer is if IKEA made a board game.
Right. And then like
All of the assembly is required.
if you don't have the board, if you don't have the terrain, you have to go to a card shop and do it there. Not a card shop, I'm sorry, a game shop and do it there. Because you have to have the battle terrain.
Yeah. And it's measured with rulers and measuring tapes, so the actual size of the terrain you're using.
Yeah, no, people
is
use
very
measuring tape
specific,
now. They don't use
which makes
rulers
the game
anymore.
expensive.
It's very expensive, but it's
It depends
so
on how like
cool
long
looking.
your
it looks
range
amazing.
is.
Especially the
It
since
is.
you have to paint them yourself. Like
It's
people do
cool.
a lot of good work. We were trying to learn how to play. We were trying to
That's
learn
an
how to
entirely.
play.
I feel that's an entirely different hobby, though.
And I got really fucking bored, so I was just like, I put a big Godzilla toy in the middle. I'm like, oh, Godzilla attacked, everyone's dead. And apparently that counted because that can happen in those damn
It's a
games.
toxic. It's not. If you, I think like weird boss monsters or some shit, but that's a toxic group as well. Like board game, tabletop game is nothing but gatekeeping from your own game. Like if
Right.
you're not playing this specific thing that I'm into, fuck you.
Yeah, no, I've noticed that a lot. Like,
But this is expensive.
like people that like Cards Against Humanity, like let's play Cards Against Humanity. No, I'd rather just drink and roll down the stairs.
Which could be just as fun.
They,
Look, I only broke 2 of my ribs.
because like some people with Cards Against Humanity, they're like, ha ha, look at these. We had one friend that made nothing but Star Wars jokes and puns, and it was just like, ugh.
That's why we don't pick you to win.
I'm like, shut up, dude. This is the reason why you're not invited to any of the parties.
It's a game that can be fun, but my God, it can be really irritating after a while. Like, I'm done. We're not playing this game anymore.
What about you, Sonic? What's a toxic fandom?
I think we kind of already talked about it already.
No.
The ones we talked about it before.
Which one?
We talked about, what was it, K-pop stands.
Oh God.
No, the D&D.
Have you had an experience with like a toxic community? Like you try to get into something, and you're like, oh, this was a big mistake. I'm just gonna leave the room now.
Not really, but I've heard stories of like people who are once part of the fandom, and then one incident happened. They're like, yeah, I don't want to be part of this anymore.
Yeah, it's one of those like, oh my God, have you watched this? This is so interesting. Watch it, and then they start shoving it in your face. And they don't fucking leave you alone until you give it a fucking try. And then if you don't like it, God forbid you don't like it. Because if you don't like it, they're like, why don't you like it? Like, I liked it. I thought it was good. You just have poor taste or something. They start insulting the shit out of you. It's
Yeah, like people would talk about Steven Universe and all that.
oh my fucking God, I hate Steven Universe so much. I seriously do not like Steven Universe.
Cesspool.
And I think the reason why I don't like Steven Universe
My
is
Little
because
Pony,
of the damn
yeah.
fans. My Little Pony was just annoying.
Yeah.
My
And
Little,
then a lot of people, and you know what's crazy? That show came out 10 years ago this week.
My Little Pony?
Yeah, Friendship is Magic came out 10
Oh
years
my
ago
God.
this week.
And it's so bad that this was a show created and marketed towards little girls, and it's a bunch of grown ass men. 30-year-old, I'm not talking like 22, 23, 24, like in their 30s, like people that are just so, oh my God, Friendship is Magic. And there's that one guy, he has his katana, and he's so like fucking, he's so nerdy looking, like he's got his katana, he's got the ponies
I have to protect my
photoshopped in the
waifu.
background. He's like, did you say something about bronies? I'm like, if I had met this person in real life, if I actually knew this person, I would have driven right to his house and whipped his ass.
So I heard you learned Photoshop today. You made a big mistake.
I heard you learned
I'm going to hurt
Photoshop
you
today.
now.
Well, you're about to learn about these hands today as well.
I like
That's-
when I see a popular show that I know has a massive fandom around it. I generally don't look into the fandom at all. I was like, I'm just gonna watch the show. And
Yeah,
just
but
stay away
fandoms can
from all
ruin
the fandoms
every
now.
fucking thing for you, though.
That's why I've learned just to
Rick and
avoid
Morty.
most of them entirely. Like I don't interact with the Rick and Morty fandom at all.
No, yeah, Rick and Morty is like,
There was
is like, it can do no wrong. Like if you try
If you
to
don't like
point
the
out
show,
one-
you obviously don't understand anything.
Right.
You obviously don't understand the concept of the show. That's when they held that whole copy pasta. To be fair, you have to have high IQ to understand Rick and Morty and all that shit. And
oh
it's
my
like,
God, you
so
know what else
fucking- no,
I hate? You know,
season 3. I'll be honest. I mean, the season as a show was great, but during that time in that fandom, it's like the most toxic I've ever fucking seen it. But it all started because the fucking Szechuan sauce thing.
oh my God.
When people were like fucking like waiting in line at McDonald's, because I was reminded, I was on my Facebook memories and I was reminded, hey, 3 years ago around this time, people were like fucking waiting in line for Szechuan sauce at McDonald's. Even people who's never been to McDonald's in years went there just to
Was
go
it
get
is
the
like
sauce.
teriyaki sauce?
It's
and something
teriyaki
else?
sauce with ketchup. That's literally what it is.
Yeah,
Like you make that shit at home by yourself.
Booty Warrior called it sexy one sauce by accident.
Sexy one sauce. There you go. If anything, I feel like had the had it not been for this pandemic, I'm sure they would have probably used that to promote the live action Mulan.
That movie was shit.
And the movie, speaking of that, they're actually that new Pixar movie that was going to come out in November. It got moved to Disney Plus, and it won't be on a premiere. You'll just watch it instantly. You don't have to pay extra for it.
That's good. I wasn't about to pay $30 to go watch Mulan. And they chose the one.
Is there a passcode for our Zoom right now?
Or you could just send her a link. For Super Jew.
No, there shouldn't be one.
No, you can just
scroll up.
Go in the link.
Oh. Bro.
Excuse me. So what's another?
No, there's
fandom?
time. Like because like going back to the whole My Little Pony Steven Universe, fucking fandoms being toxic. Man, I cannot stand fucking Steven Universe. Like, I couldn't get into the show. Like, I just don't like the show. But the fandom just
kind of it's so unfair. Like, there's always those people who's like, "Oh, if you don't like Steven Universe, you're a homophobe." I'm like, what?
Like, what does that have to do with Steven Universe?
No, like I like Steven Universe. I like it. It's just the fandom sometimes could get a little carried away. And
I've had that argument. Like, they're like, "Oh, then you're homophobic. You're against the LGBT community." I'm like, I'm sorry. Last time I checked, weren't the crystals genderless?
Isn't it another show? Star Wars: The Force of Evil.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, that was a good. I like the show.
I heard it was
the fandom.
popular,
Everyone talks about it. You ever heard of Miraculous Ladybug?
Yes, that
Yeah,
French show.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I don't know about the fandom though. I only know a lot of people like it. Like the fandom isn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, there's a better like. I think this is Black Sonic. There's a better live action of Mulan that you can watch on YouTube for free.
That's more faithful to. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, good, you're here. Late and eating.
Welcome back.
What the fuck are you giving me the finger for? I told you the truth.
I'll be back. Guys.
We're back to how we used to be.
No, what the fuck are we back to? We're talking about toxic fandoms. We're talking about toxic fucking fandoms. Steven Universe. Ugh.
Transformers.
Do they even have a fucking fandom? Like I've only ever heard of one fucking person talking about them. It's SJ.
Yes, we have a fandom, but I don't think we're toxic. I think
she is the toxic fandom.
Yeah.
I am not. If anything, we just have like
issues.
What's the fucking word no, shut up. What's the word I'm looking for?
I do have fucking issues.
I mean, not entirely wrong, but that's not my point. My point is
that's my point.
Like, we have intellectual debates about how well
Space
the Michael
robot
Bay
science.
about how well the Michael Bay movies are.
Oh my god.
Which is and that's legit what we do. A lot of the people that were before the Bay movies were like, the movies suck, kind of. And some of the rest of us that got on because the movies were like, well, we're not saying the movies were perfect. We're just saying they did their job, and now you have more Transformers fans.
Transformers!
We don't want those Transformers
yes,
fans.
Those fucking movies made me not want to watch the series.
I mean,
gamers. Fucking gamers are toxic fans.
Mm-hmm.
Always gatekeeping. If you don't play this game, you're not a gamer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
I'm
god!
sorry,
Especially if people say, "Oh, if you don't play Fortnite, you're not a real gamer." I'm like, what?
Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! I can't stand fucking Fortnite. Oh my god! You don't play
You don't
Fortnite.
play Among Us.
You're
if you play Among Us.
old man, like oh my god! I'm so sick of Among Us.
Everybody's talking about
kind of sus.
I found out
that's very sus of you.
Didn't it just come out?
No, that game came out
actually,
2 years ago.
2018. Oh. Yeah, it came out in 2018. It got big when the pandemic hit, and also like kind of like Fall Guys. People compared those two games.
Oh, okay.
They look similar.
It's because battle royales are like.
See, this is how into games I am.
I mean, to be fair, Goku, we're playing a battle royale game on the Switch.
Yeah, but
all 35.
Yeah, but that one's actually fun. Fucking Fortnite is like Call of Duty with Minecraft. Build shit and then run.
Mm-hmm. Star Wars fans are fucking toxic.
That's true. Star Wars fans.
Star Wars fans
They're-
are toxic towards themselves.
Oh my god, this one
They're
guy.
the
No,
worst.
We
there's
hate
somebody.
everyone.
There's somebody I know who has like every opportunity present. He would just have an opportunity to shit on the Disney version of the Disney trilogy. I'm like, okay, we
Like,
get it. You
why?
don't like the fucking new Disney trilogy. We get it.
Like,
Who was
calm the
that?
fuck
Oh
down.
wait, no. Tell me after the podcast.
I was gonna say we're name dropping now. Shit,
No,
We're about to start because this shit is pissing me off.
I bet.
Um,
Like they just
What?
ruin it for everybody, and this is why a lot of people see
They look down on-
various geekdoms as like inferior. Like we don't know how to like talk to people and stuff because you got these mouth breathers
Game
being
of
like
Thrones.
it.
well, no, like Star Trek. Star Trek is just as fucking bad.
I never said they weren't.
Game of
I'm just
Thrones.
saying.
No,
No.
I'm not.
I'm-
I didn't say.
Yeah.
I didn't say you said. I'm
Well, not
just
yet, but-
adding to it because before
Well,
somebody
yeah.
goes in the comments and says, "Well, by the way,
Star Trek. Yeah,
if you haven't noticed, the comment section is no longer visible on the podcast."
I can't see anything anyway on the little Zoom app, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, well, we changed the format.
Right, you mentioned that. I remember.
Star Trek, they're just as fucking bad. Every time they have a new show,
Mhm.
this sucks, and then it gets canceled.
Yeah.
Why did you cancel it?
Yeah, you can't have it both ways, bitches.
Like that's why
They're
we
so
can never
fickle.
have anything. Like we can't have nothing.
So fucking fickle.
We can't
Well,
have
actually,
nothing.
you know what?
They're hoarders. They're hoarders for bad shows. Like
Actually,
no.
I'll give you another one. I think people are gonna relate to this one.
Hmm.
The Super Smash Brothers fans are
Oh,
toxic as fuck
Jesus
too.
Christ.
They
Yeah,
hate
Yeah, when
honestly,
Steve
everything,
came out,
but
I
they're going to
can't
keep
tell you. I can't tell you how many times people say this. They say, "Oh, Steve can't be in the game because it doesn't fit in the Smash," or "This guy can't get in because there's spirits in the game." This guy can't be in it and all that. It's like the most complicated bullshit ever. And I'll admit, there's some parts that have there are some that have valid arguments on that. But at the same time, like
I like the
okay.
whole he can't.
I mean-
he shouldn't be in. There's that one YouTuber dude that you shared something that happened on Twitter. And when it's a YouTuber guy, he's like, anybody that's excited about Steve needs to go into a mental hospital right now. Then they go and check themselves in. Your parents have failed you. You have failed this community. I'm like,
Look at
I
yourself
wanted
in
to
the
go
mirror
on
and
that
some
guy's
shit,
chat.
yeah.
I'm
Like,
listen,
calm the fuck down.
I don't know who you are, guy, but what you're saying is not only toxic, but it just, like, here's my address.
Yeah.
Give me your cash app. I will cash app you some gas money. Drive to my house, and we're about to throw fucking hands because that's how much you have pissed me off.
Right.
Like, but like, the Smash community is like, oh my god, Steve from Minecraft, no. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
And then the same people who would want like a 10th fucking Fire Emblem character.
For-
damn game.
I get mad every time they add another fucking Fire Emblem character.
I mean, here's on record. I like Fire Emblem, but when people just be like, "Oh, they should put another Fire Emblem character," and then they would put the whole, "Oh, well, Mario has all these other character argument." They would put that fucking argument. I'm like, dude, that doesn't. It does. Well, first off, some of the characters aren't even like are uniquely different. Not all of them have swords. Some of them have different. Like Rosalina is so different than the other Mario characters.
Well, no,
Bowser is
in the-
different.
In the defense you could have made is okay, but all these other characters have their own video games and storylines. Sure, the same thing could be said about Fire Emblem. Like, oh well, they all have their own games and they have different storylines, but 3 of them are from the same goddamn game.
Yeah.
Chrom, Lucina,
Right.
and Robin. They're all from the same damn game.
Actually, I got a question for you. Now that I think about it, if you had to replace, actually, this is related to Smash. If you had an opportunity to replace one character with a character you would want in Smash, who would be the character, and what character you would replace it with?
Byleth, the one from Fire Emblem.
Byleth.
Whatever, that
Okay.
last one.
Remove it. Replace it with who?
Crash. I've been wanting Crash Bandicoot in that damn game since the first pack.
Okay.
Because Crash makes sense. I know there's somebody that's saying Doom Guy needs to be in it, but that's, you know what, guy? You're the kind of person that I wish would turn into like a bird and then fly straight into a ceiling fan.
Jesus.
I would take out any of the Fire Emblem people. Just pick one, and then put in Waluigi.
No, get the hell out of here.
Because I like Waluigi.
Get the hell out of here with that Waluigi shit. I'm tired of hearing about Waluigi.
I like Waluigi.
I'm so sick of Waluigi. Why isn't Waluigi in the game? You know why Waluigi's not in the fucking game? Because Waluigi fucking sucks.
Oh my gosh.
Well, all he does is play sports.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. He
He
hasn't had,
shows
like,
up
a
for
mainline
party
game,
games and sports.
and that's it.
That's it.
Waluigi's
Mario-
that
and-
one guy that showed up at the room party only because he heard about it. He wasn't invited. He heard about it because he overheard some people talking about it. He overheard the conversation about people talking about going. So he's like, "Oh, okay, I know where it is. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna drop by and hopefully somebody likes me."
You know who I would say though. I have no problem with Fire Emblem character, but I would replace Corrin with Rayman. There you go.
Rayman. I'm not a big really care about Rayman as long as there's no rabbits in the damn game.
Yeah, but Rayman's a soul already. He can't be in the.
He's a trophy.
That's literally what you made that argument about it in a previous podcast, and then I had to correct you about it, and you look like
I would take out that damn piranha plant.
He's a trophy or a soul, but
he's a spirit.
The way I see it, they're not gonna fucking add Shadow or Tails or any of these other badass characters just because they're fucking souls or trophies. Then I think it's only fair that
the whole spirit thing doesn't. I don't know. They're pretty much fan theories. They just pretty much made it up. It's like, hey, this character is a spirit. He's not going to be in automatically. And then once Min came in, they all look like clowns, and they all should buy makeup at Party City from now on, because that's where clowns buy their makeup.
No, because
and I just made Super Jew laugh, and the fact that I've been waiting to say that line.
Who did they add to the game that everyone should have been clowns for? Which character?
Well, that being said, it's not that hard to make me laugh. So
No, Min, that one character from ARMS, because she was a spirit in the game.
That was a dumb one too.
Why was that a dumb one?
Who the fuck is that? They were better off adding somebody else.
They always add new characters, usually to promote. That's why they put Violet to promote the Three Houses.
And guess what? You watch the trailer for Super Smash Brothers. They show all the characters, and everyone's excited. Oh my god, it's Terry. Oh my god, it's Banjo Kazooie. Oh my god, it's this. And they show Baylor, and everybody's like, oh hey, look at that. It's that person.
And then they showed Cuphead as a Mii costume, and everybody got excited for that.
They showed fucking Fallout Vault Boy as a costume. Everybody got excited for that.
people are weird.
I hate
That's
the
all
piranha
I'm-
plant. I think it's stupid.
That was hilarious. That one's my favorite one because instead of Waluigi, they put a fucking plant.
It's like
They
we're
put
gonna
a
put a
house
Mario
plant.
character in. Oh,
They put a ficus.
cool. Cool. Waluigi, here we come.
Here comes
Yeah.
Waluigi. Oh, we're gonna add this house plant
This
that
is a
eats
plant.
people.
What?
And he be whooping
That's not even a character.
He be whooping
That's a fucking-
people's
it's got
asses
legs.
in the game in a potted. He's a potted plant, and he be smacking people around with his
You
little
know,
pot.
he's that plant from. Do you remember that Phineas and Ferb episode where pretty much Doofenshmirtz was facing that plant?
Actually, I didn't watch a lot of that show.
He's the
No,
player
neither.
from Little House of Horrors,
Oh yeah, that too.
Little
He's
Shop
the
of
plant
Horrors,
from
that's
Little
what it's
Shop. Yeah,
which is what Phineas and Ferb was making fun of.
yeah, that was pretty much that plant. And
Fuck that ficus. Get that out of the game.
I mean, look at Mario. He's an Italian plumber that looks Mexican. made in a
Hashtag fuck
Japanese
that
company.
ficus.
and he's played by a British man.
Don't fuck a ficus or a cactus. Those are two things we don't allow here.
That's right.
Don't get hand jobs from cactus, and don't fuck that ficus.
It's a piranha
another-
plant.
Whatever.
Oh, my
It rhymes
Jesus
with-
Christ.
They could have added somebody else other than
Yeah.
like if you
This
really want to
is-
get technical.
This is the Nintendo world, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's
but you could
everybody
put-
from Nintendo.
no,
Yeah,
not
it could be
everyone's-
any character.
And
not
other-
everyone's
and
from Nintendo.
Not everyone in the games from
Other-
Nintendo. They've been getting they got
Oh.
Sonic the Hedgehog, which is Sega.
Pac-Man from
They
Namco.
got Pac-Man from
Oh,
Bandai.
Mega Man, Ryu. Are
They got
from
Street Fighter.
Capcom.
They got Fatal Fury.
Fatal Fury.
I was gonna say throw in some
Banjo-Kazooie.
more like Street Fighter or Capcom.
They
or
already got
something.
2 Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Okay,
two
I don't
Street
play
Fighter
the fucking
characters.
games.
They
I don't
got
know.
3
I
people
think
from
it's
Bayonetta.
Smash Brothers.
Capcom.
Bayonetta's from
Bayonetta is the one that
Sega.
really doesn't
They got
fit.
Ken and Ryu are the same fucking character.
They got Cloud from Final Fantasy 7.
I don't care about Final Fantasy.
Banjo Kazooie. Steve from Minecraft.
Oh,
They
yeah,
just
Steve.
got Steve from Minecraft.
Don't care about Minecraft.
I
They got-
kind of like Steve.
I don't know.
Guys,
Steve,
I
it's starting
think
to grow
Steve's
on me.
pretty
It's just
They
some
got
of the-
Wally. Oh,
He's
that's
so weird.
Never mind, that's Rob.
Wait, what?
Rob.
Rob looks
Rob.
like Wally.
Rob.
Rob the robot looks like Wally.
They got Mr. Game & Watch.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
That one's pretty neat.
Bayonetta's the one that really doesn't fit the mold because
Because she's
They-
rated M.
yeah, they said no rated M games, and look who the fuck they added. Miss likes to get naked a lot.
To be fair, they did.
Fuck.
Well, and also because when Smash 4 was coming out, they did that whole ballot thing. That's pretty much how the character got to
Vote
be
in a
in
character.
it. Because
I think
they,
it takes
they
more
did
than
this
that, though,
voting
because-
thing. No, not just that, and also
they put a
there were
Digimon
some
in,
other
yeah.
factors, and also
Yeah.
because apparently
What?
she was top 5 in the U.S., but in Europe she was number 1, and then people said, "Let me guess, Goku was number 1, right, in the U.S."
Yeah.
I'm sure that
They-
was the reason.
Have they put a
I-
Digimon in yet?
I don't think they're
No.
gonna add a Digimon.
Yeah.
Why the fuck not? See, at least that would be nice.
Because Digimon is not a video game first, and then
It does-
anime.
it
It's
is.
anime.
It's
that-
got video games.
No. But
was
they-
it a video game first?
Yeah,
That's
it
the
has to be a
question.
video game
Pokemon
first.
wasn't a video game first.
Yes, it was.
Yes, Pokemon was a video game first.
thought it was a
Pokemon started off
manga
as a video
first.
game, and
Yeah, I
then
thought
they
it
got
was
the
a manga.
they got the manga
Nope.
adaptation afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Because if that was the case, you would have put Goku would have already been in already. That was the case.
There's three different Pokemon mangas. There's Pokemon Adventure, and I forgot what the other fucking Pokemon was.
Pokemon
Yeah.
don't care.
The original Pokemon came out right after the video games came out in Japan.
Mm.
oh, okay. Again, I really don't care about Smash.
Somebody
I'm
says
just trying.
Doom Guy
I'm trying to
or
do my part to
Sub-Zero.
communicate.
They move fast over there.
Somebody from
Ooh,
Mortal
Sub-Zero
Kombat would
be
make the most
nice.
sense.
That would be
Yeah,
nice.
like Scorpion.
Yeah, throw in some Mortal Kombat. But again, it's a rated M game.
Yeah, but Bayonetta's in there, and
Yeah,
she gets
but-
naked in her game.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what
yeah.
their standards are for the
let's put
games.
CJ from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Fuck it, why not?
Right?
Or put Trevor.
Have they done Master Chief yet?
I'm
Do
gonna be
that.
so angry if Claptrap makes the damn game.
From Borderlands.
Well, what about Tiny Tina then?
She's not even a main character. She's a side
So is
character.
Min Min, technically.
Yeah,
But
that's
she's
true.
still badass. Or what's her face? See,
No,
I have
isn't she, like,
Borderlands,
on the
but I
cover
haven't
of the
played
game?
it yet. I don't remember. I have the games, I just haven't played it yet.
No, it's just the way Min Min was explained was Sakurai said he said, okay, he asked the director, the producer of the game of ARMS, and he asked him, hey, what character would you specifically who's the main character of the game? He's like, well, all the characters are my main characters, but personally I would like Min Min in the game, and that's what happened.
Right? No,
Sakura,
no.
okay.
Digimon started off as a Tamagotchi, but it didn't really get the Digimon.
Name.
Yeah.
It was Digimon.
What's another one?
It was a digital monster, but like the thing about the Tamagotchis is like that's a very 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 gray area because they share the name, but they're not really the same thing. Like Digimon is more anime
Right.
first, and then like the Tamagotchis now resemble the Digimon
hmm
more, but they were just Tamagotchis that would fight and kill each other.
Right, right. What's another one? Oh, y'all remember Duck Hunter?
Duck Hunt. It's already in the
Hunt?
game.
Murder
It's already in the
moms.
game.
Okay, cool.
They got that damn dog.
Yeah, fuck that
That was
dog,
one
dude.
that
I
pissed me off,
hated
too.
that
What the
dog
fuck's
in the
this dog
last
here?
one. People would troll with that
No,
dog.
forget the dog. Let's put in the ducks.
The duck's in there with the dog.
The duck's his like
Yeah.
little helper.
Wait, what?
It's
That makes no
it's
sense.
exactly what you think. It's a dog with a fucking duck.
But the dog's supposed to go catch the duck.
Yeah, and he
Well, the
has
dog
he
laughs
uses
at you
the duck
anyway.
as a weapon.
Oh my god.
But it's alive. It's not a dead
What?
duck.
He'll even fly. Like it's like he got
Oh
like
my
a
God.
Banjo Kazooie Sonic and Tails kind of thing going on.
That's weird. Okay.
Uh,
I give up. I'm done with this conversation.
Like his special, his smash is it's the duck hunt, like the crosshairs.
They should
You
add
gotta
Duke
shoot
Nukem.
people. Oh yeah,
Duke Nukem.
put that loser in there.
Put that loser in there.
Put that loser in there.
I love him, but guys makes terrible games.
Okay, so back to like other fandoms. Let's talk about something else for a second. I want to get like really, really specific, like
Oh god.
surgical precision.
A subsection of a
Yeah.
fandom.
Yeah, because I just remembered it. The
People who like Starscream.
no,
Yeah.
that's beside the point. That's the one. No,
So-
I want to talk about like Batman, like people that are for or
Oh,
against Joker
fuck.
and Harley.
Oh, the relationships and all that.
Mm-hmm.
People who think that the Joker and Harley relationship is a good relationship, it's like y'all fucking dumb.
Yeah.
That's not really toxic. That's just people being stupid.
Well,
Yeah, they
it get-
defend it like it's a fucking good
Yeah.
thing. Like you didn't
Yeah,
understand.
they're
It's
like, yeah, some of these people are like, fuck Romeo and Juliet or whatever. Like, I'd rather have like Joker and Harley. And it's like, I don't know.
No, what?
I mean,
At least
neither one of
Romeo
those
and
just
Juliet died together. Joker bitch
Joker
slapped
would just
Harley.
kill her.
through
Like,
suicide. Yeah, they both tried to kill. Yeah, they tried
Harley
to kill
Quinn had a baby
themselves.
with the Joker, and she was so
Right.
afraid that she kept it a secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I understand that. I understand all of that. I
the
don't.
Joker would try to sacrifice
It's just
if it's
interest.
life or
It's just an
life or
interesting.
death. Joker's going to sacrifice Harley Quinn every time.
Joker doesn't give a shit about anything other than just making Batman's life hell.
Right.
Yeah. But they
But I
want
mean,
a
like-
relationship like that. So you want a guy who'll do anything to impress another guy, even if it costs you something.
Joker just
yes.
keeps
Good
Harley
relationship.
Quinn around
Yeah.
to because Joker. Okay, people are like, oh, Joker's just psychotic. He only cares about killing. No, there have been instances in the story to where the hookers know who Joker is. Oh, he would come by every time he got out of jail, but he hasn't come by this time around. So he would go and fuck around. He's fucked around a lot, so he would keep Harley Quinn as a way to, fulfill his humanly needs. And
Someone has to break the veil.
And he even knocked her up, and she disappeared because in the Injustice comic book, she has a daughter, and she had to give up the daughter to her sister so she would be safe from the Joker because she was afraid of what the Joker would do if he had found out.
Right.
Like his 52 cents.
52 cents. I feel like that's all he contributed. I am dead set on that theory that is all he contributed to the.
We'll split it evenly.
All he contributed was 52 cents.
I have one stock in this company. I bought it for 52 cents.
Right.
I get a vote.
Yeah. That's what he agreed to. And 52 cents. And what's his name was like, sold. So only for the 52 cents.
Yep.
Got it.
I'd piggyback off that idea that the Batman fandom, fanboys who just love Batman beyond like refute, like he's the greatest, he can defeat anybody.
Wait, are you like having internet difficulties, or are you just having trouble getting words into a sentence?
He was having internet difficulties.
Yeah, because the way he sounded like he was like slowly.
It's my internet.
Yeah, it's his internet because he's not
want
moving yet. He's talking.
Oh, by the way, I like your Nessie
I'm
picture.
gathering my thoughts. Aha! Nessie.
I could barely see
But
it. I was
people
like,
who
what
like
is that?
Batman.
Fucking white
Queen
people
Fairy.
always
No, I
inventing shit.
Huh?
That's true. These Scots and their lake monsters.
Them and their manly skirts and their monsters in the lake that don't exist but do exist.
And their caber tossing.
And their sheep and their... Wait. Yeah, sheep.
Don't you say a word about the sheep.
Fuck
We've
the
got more than sheep. We've got the dogs.
They're
Sheep
they're
dogs.
official-
Okay, so you
they're
got sheep
official
and
animal.
sheepdogs.
no, their official animal is the unicorn, so that's fucking baller.
You know what's a toxic fandom? The Irish.
What? She dying out there.
Fuck you, buddy.
Oh, I'm so sick. Oh, the Irish be God's gift to the world.
That's
It's
Scottish.
my island.
That was pretty decent. I like that.
No, you guys are not God's gift to the world.
That's us. Sorry.
Them too. They're
Jews.
toxic as fuck too. Every time
T-
they have
toxic
a
Jew
movement,
fandom.
they're always escaping from something or running away
Yeah.
from someone or
Yeah,
some kind
We've
of
got this
plague or
tendency to try to
and we
live.
survived.
it's always some kind of plague. Somebody's
we-
always trying to kill them because
Yeah.
y'all talking a
Yeah.
lot of shit like I'm the best around and no one's ever gonna take me down. And then here comes
They have
some
it.
fucking horrible individual who's gonna throw you on trains and shit.
That is the worst description of the Holocaust
gonna-
I've ever
I was
heard.
gonna
I didn't
say,
want to say
you could-
anything about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could have mentioned slavery in Egypt. You could have mentioned what the fuck else?
Aren't they trying to
Uh,
disprove that?
Who?
Like there are some people trying to disprove that slavery in Egypt was fake.
They're probably white people trying to disprove.
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
because
other white people. There's
are
already a
racist.
bunch of white people that think, oh, the Holocaust didn't happen. It's like,
Someone,
okay,
someone
sure.
put the bomb in my potato latte.
Wait,
Oh God.
Black Sonic's commenting and
oh, what's that, Black Sonic? I don't
yeah,
know
no,
if he's
toxic
I don't know if he's
fandoms,
calling me Lee,
the Irish.
but
Because you know how many times I've come across somebody who's like, I'm like, listen here. You're white. I'm not white. I'm Irish.
Last I checked, that was white.
That's like ultra white.
And I'll give him this look like,
It's like Super Saiyan 2.
I'm like, last time I checked, that's white.
Mm-hmm.
But we're Irish. Okay, so you like potatoes a little more than everybody else. So what?
I will point out that Laddie is Scottish, not Irish.
True. Yeah, this is true.
The Scots are just as toxic.
Especially with other Scots.
I know,
I
right?
was gonna say you should be getting along with the Scots and the Irish because they're the ones that like to drink a lot.
There's two types of Catholic. The
I
Irish.
thought the Scottish were
Mexican.
Protestants.
No,
The Irish are Protestants.
that was the English.
The
Wait.
Scots
The Irish are the ones that
are
are Catholic.
Catholic.
I don't fucking know. White people.
And
Usually.
You know what's a toxic fandom? White people. Y'all can't even get along with each other.
True. That is 100% true.
Y'all can't even get along. Ugh. Look
White
at them.
people.
The damn
Lots of white.
Aye, laddie, look at them damn Scottish.
Yep.
Then you have like the Welsh. And
Yeah.
The other British.
And the other.
I mean, Latinos are no different. We're toxic too towards
I
each
was
other.
gonna say, yeah.
But at least ours is for soccer.
Soccer. Yes, we're soccer.
Well, the Europeans generally hate each other for soccer too.
Yeah, but y'all
Right.
hate each
It's
other
the
for
modern
everything.
hate.
Y'all
Not
hate
the old
like,
hate. Not that new hate.
Y'all hate each other. Y'all look for reasons to hate each other. Look at him. Look at him. Aye, look at that bastard over there drinking the light beer. What a pansy. Get yourself a real beer there, laddie.
Look,
You'd be
that bastard
drinking pissed
over there
out
drinking
water.
the Michelob Ultra.
Look at him over there drinking his. Look at him over there, pasty white, drinking a Dos Equis like he thinks he's a Mexican.
Anyway.
Get yourself
Check your
a
skin
nice
color,
Guinness.
laddie. You'd be white.
Uh,
I look at him over there eating a po' boy sandwich.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
Y'all hate each other for fucking everything.
Yeah, we generally do.
All right, look at him. Look at him over there, out of breath. Look at him, thriving, breathing air, existing. Fuck him.
Scrooge McDuck is the best Scottish.
there you go.
Was that who I was doing?
I don't know,
No,
Larry.
it's-
That's
I
not
guess-
like
I
You're
guess
just
so.
doing this weirdest Mexican Scottish mixture I've ever heard.
Mexican Scott.
No, because Mexican accents are like, hola, sabes que, like, I was talking to somebody and, like, I don't know speak very good English. I'm only in America 30 years. No habla inglés. Y'all hate each other. Y'all hate each other for the beer y'all drink.
Yeah. Well, we hate each other for any possible reason we could think of.
Fucking shit, bullshit, white people.
We're honest about our hate.
So are we.
Yeah.
We hate each other for soccer, but we'll trade off women and food like it's like a fucking like a trade show, like a fucking flea market.
There was something.
Weeaboos.
Damn.
Toxic fandom.
Well, yeah, but we don't need to talk about that. Everyone
Yes,
knew
we
that.
fucking do. Yes,
I mean, we could pick
fucking
on-
do. Oh, you don't know.
Does anybody?
Like,
I don't watch.
unless
I
it
don't
comes
watch
from
JoJo.
Japan, like, unless it's made by Japanese people, then it's no good. Then I don't like it.
Okay, bye.
Transformers. No, what? Transformers.
Like,
not.
is
Is it
it,
Japanese?
okay? So like you talk
Wait.
to them, like, okay, is this considered anime?
The show?
No, it's not considered
Okay.
anime because it wasn't made by Japanese people. The guy that made this was Japanese and even directed the show. And that's when they're like, they look like
Doesn't
deer
count.
caught in the fucking headlights.
So to answer your question, Chase, what happened was they had transforming toys in Japan. They didn't have factions. They didn't have a storyline. They didn't have an official like whatever. They didn't even have like character names or whatever.
They didn't
were
have a
just
cartoon to sell them yet.
right. They were just toys that turned into. They were just toy robots that turned into vehicles. And so the crew from Transformers, well, before it was Transformers, was over there and was like, "Oh, that's a cool idea. We should come up with a thing."
Oh my god! Did
So
you
it's
steal that from the toys that made us?
No.
Because that's exactly line for line what they said in the.
They also said it at BotCon, so
I didn't go to BotCon. And
I
That's
did.
just reciting history doesn't mean you stole it from somebody.
Exactly. Jesus.
I'm sorry to hear
So
that.
anyway. Yeah. So technically, Transformers is American, but again, most of the seasons that have come out of it have been from Japan that have been redubbed in English.
Well, they took the toy designs from. They took Japanese toys, gave
Right.
them American backstories, and then they made the show based on the toys.
Right, but then America's been sharing it with Japan's because Japan came out with Headmasters, Master Force Victory, Zone.
They came out with Optimus Prime with a Pepsi truck trailer.
Well, they came out with the seasons after G1. Like we started with G1, and they were like, we can make some sequels. So that's like the ones I just rattled off. And then then we came up with Beast Wars. And then they came up with their own sequel to Beast Wars, which was Beast Wars 2nd and Beast Wars Neo. And then later they came up with what they called car robots. We called the Robots in Disguise from 2001. And it's been a back and forth thing. America came up with G1, Beast Wars, Beast Machines, Prime, Animated, and the movies.
But is it an anime?
Well, I guess
That's what I'm saying. Like it's toys were based from Japan, but it was made for American audiences.
Yeah, and even
that's my question. Like
even
the anime,
the show's cartoon, it was somewhat animated in Japan and Korea. So.
It's got it's like Goku. It's got dual citizenship. It's both. It depends on who makes it.
Hey, stop telling people I have dual citizenship.
But I want to bitch
my character
about
is
it
illegal.
not being an anime or not.
You're destroying the magic.
I legit think it's both because you can tell when it's American made and when it's Japanese made because obviously the art style is just slightly different because even just among the all the American seasons, which I like some of the quite a few of the art styles, there's just still a very clear like anime feel when it comes from Japan.
You can tell exactly when it's made in Japan. If the quality ever drops during the fucking episode, then yeah, it was made in Japan.
And I feel like the American-made cartoons usually have a very blocky movement and they're not smooth transitioning.
Actually, that's not true.
Oh no, absolutely, because there's
the older
like
cartoons.
Even in the newer, how old is old? Because
I mean, like in the early '90s, when like an American cartoon, it's like Super Friends, the dumb style they would have, where they're just kind of one motion and their body just moves across the screen, not interacting with anything.
It looks really
nice. An anime, even though then they would be much smoother movement.
Right. Well, okay, so two examples I can come up with are the Unicron trilogy and then animated. So the Unicron trilogy had Armada, Energon, and Cybertron, what we call in English, and then in Japanese it's Micron Legend, Super Link, and
My Little Pony edition.
Okay,
shut up.
We're talking about fucking animation budgets and whatever. We're supposed to be talking about toxic fandoms.
Well,
my question about it was because the argument would be, is it an anime? Because the fandom would say, if it's not an anime because it wasn't made here, because they're bitching about it. It's like Avatar isn't an anime, despite being made overseas, because it was made for the American audience.
Right, but Ninja Turtles was made by Toy Animation at first. The first season is made by Toy Animation.
Right.
But is it an anime?
Japan made two series out of it.
Yeah, but
they were weird, but they did it.
They were movies. They were movies.
Oh, okay, not movies. But
I know what you're talking about. Where they had that Saint Seiya thing going on. Yeah, they were movies.
That was kind of cool.
That was so fucking stupid.
They
transform into like
they have a Navi.
They transform into like Power Rangers, and then they fuse together into like fucking Voltron, but as a Power Ranger.
Turtles?
Yes.
Yeah. It was great. They brought in a Navi.
Donatello's been really working.
And it's so weird because they look like the original cartoon version, but Shredder's the only one that looks like he just jumped out of an anime. He's like, oh, they pay me more over here. I'm going to go hang out in this TV show. Shredder was so out of place.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Was he still voiced by Uncle Phil?
No,
No, they all had
it
Japanese
never got
voices.
dubbed. never got
Konnichiwa,
dubbed.
kawabunga.
Something or other. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been years since I've seen it.
it was so
But yeah,
fucking dumb.
I liked it.
It was.
I have to find it again.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It was interesting, but it's like you're like, what were they on? And I'll take 2.
Fistful of acid and a handful of coke.
Can't
and
full of
sushi.
Coke.
And just bad sushi.
Gas station
was-
sushi.
I figure like gas station sushi in Japan would still probably be better.
Or
than
that gas
most regular
station,
Actually,
sushi
or
yeah.
that
here.
gas station egg sandwich that Fry ate.
Everyone
Like
thinks
even
the grass
parasites.
is greener on the other side. When you finally go there and you realize that Japan is very fucking racist and very fucking strict.
Well, there's that.
Like, there's
Nowhere is
restaurants.
perfect. Nowhere is
That's why
perfect.
weeaboos are fucking toxic, because they don't realize that the Japanese people don't like outsiders
They
adopting
don't like
their
anime
culture.
any more than we do.
They don't like anime that much, and they don't like outsiders adopting their culture. The only reason why the Japanese people are okay with it now, because they're like, money, 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 money. Like, oh, what made you bring your anime overseas right away at the same time you released it in Japanese? Money!
Money.
Money!
Let the voice actor do it.
Yeah, let the voice act. Fuck you, you fucking... Don't go back to being Scottish and Irish at the same time.
I can't even do Irish is a hard accent to do compared to Scottish.
No, but like, there are restaurants in Japan that won't even allow you to go inside there if you're an outsider.
A gaijin.
But
Yeah.
you can be born in the country, but if you look different, they don't allow you to go inside.
Right, it's called a gaijin.
Gaijin.
Except for not
Actually,
being
it's,
born.
Well,
yeah, you're right. It's gaijin.
You play the
Yeah, but
gaijin
like the-
card. It's like,
okay,
sorry, I
yeah, but
didn't
the
know.
last, what was it? The last like Miss Japan they had, it was a mixed race girl. She was half black, half Japanese. She won.
Yeah,
So
but I don't want to sound.
It's start.
You got to
so it's
understand
starting
the
to
age.
turn.
It's starting to turn, but that she had the half Japanese thing, and I had heard that they had talked a lot of shit behind her back. Anyway, I know what
They
you're
talk
talking
a
about.
lot of shit about all the beauty queens.
Yeah,
They
that's
talk
just-
a lot
that's
of
a-
shit
that's
about
the
more
everybody.
beauty
because
queen-
she's
queen.
mixed. Like, mixing in Japan is also very frowned upon.
No, I understand that technically mixing here in America is frowned upon. We're trying not to do that.
Only
much.
if you're white.
That's only with white people, though.
White people are like, no, don't you mix
Bad.
with those other races.
I mean, again, nothing's perfect. We all have a lot to move forward. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna get into
Keep
that.
our bloodline pure and marry your cousin.
Fuck that
If
shit.
you marry Pancho Villa, your credit score is going to go down.
I mean, bank might actually drop it. So.
I don't agree with any of. Well, I mean, like, no, I understand that those are things, and I just don't agree with any of that. I think that's bullshit. We were just talking about it because I was trying to fill out some like loan information. It's like, why do y'all got to know what gender I am and what color
What's in your
I am?
pants? Doom. What's in your pants? No,
Chaos.
what gender are you? Revenge.
Vengeance.
Vengeance.
Yep.
Damn it, Bruce, you can't put vengeance on everything.
Or when they ask you sex, not lately.
Virgin.
Sex? No thanks.
No,
I'm dead.
I during at the pawn shop when I applied, it said sex on there, and I put yes please.
Nope.
If you're into that thing.
Like
the
if
right-
you're
with the
offering,
right
I mean,
person.
if you're
Right.
offering, it'll get me the job. Maybe.
Right. But yeah.
So why are other races considered fascinating in China, or is that a misconception that most people say? It's a bit of misconception. It's not that other races are fascinating; they're just fascinated by how different people look from all parts of the world. Like
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, all these Asian companies look at even all these Asian companies hold white people on a pedestal. Like, oh my God, we need
got a
Whitey
white.
Chan. We need Whitey Chan over here to be the face of our company because he could sell merchandise or whatever.
Yeah.
So is that the response to Gabby's question?
Oh.
Yeah, kind of.
Because
Yeah.
so why are other races considered fascinating in China, or is that a misconception that most people say? Actually, that reminded me there was a recent episode of Family Guy they put. It was like these two guys who were like, what was it? They're like two regular guys with like a mustache and like they have like red hair, and they like stand out or some shit like that.
Mhm.
What was it? It was like that in China or something like that.
Mm-hmm. In China, if you're black or white, they automatically assume that you're like an American if you speak English.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're
Has to be.
Hispanic or brown and speak any other. It just depends. Like white, they're not so much as fascinated with white people. They're more fascinated. Like, oh my god, look at this person's hair. Like if you are black
Right.
and you have the hair popping up and all that shit, then they're like, oh my god, that's.
He's automatically assumed, hey, this guy is.
Did you seriously put that shit back on?
Oh, the beard.
What is this?
It's a beard.
Yeah, I know, because black people are kind of fascinating in China because there's a lot, but not like
Yeah.
a lot, like not here, like
Right.
or any other part of the world, like in
Mm-hmm.
like for me, I've always grown up around Latino and black people, so like to me, it's like but whenever, it just depends on the part of the world, like
They are a weird fandom.
like the Japanese people are like fascinated with the Mexican culture.
Yeah.
Like they have celebrations and holidays just for us, and we're more socially accepted than white people. Score 1-0 in Japan for the Mexicans
Another
All
win for the
give you
good
a head
guys.
start.
Yeah.
because they're fascinated with us, like because they like they're dedicated to their job and they work hard, and that's why they're so miserable. Where us, if we're unhappy, it doesn't matter if we're in debt or not. If we're unhappy, we'll fucking leave.
We're done.
Right.
Bye.
No, fuck this. I'd rather go home and drink beer and live in the streets.
I'll find a way to survive.
Always do. Always.
What about that anime that came out a while ago, Space Dandy? Like
I
that
never
was
watched that.
That's a
shit.
good one.
it was
I didn't
entirely
see
made
it.
in the United States though. So is it an
Hmm.
anime?
Well, okay. So what's the definition of an anime anyway? Like
An
literally
anime,
the Webster,
so the
Webster
actual
definition.
traditional, so the actual legal term for anime, and I use the word legal loosely.
No.
The wiki
Yeah.
term.
The actual term for animation in Japan is still cartoons.
Right.
So technically anything's an anime.
Pretty much
Right.
anything that's of animation.
But I
quality.
still feel like, but again, that's what I'm saying. I think it comes back to like the art styles. Like when you see something made here, and I know technically it's all made in Korea anyway, but when you see stuff made in America, there's just
In
all these
America.
different art styles. Whereas from Japan, whether it's like Yu-Gi-Oh, Sailor Moon, Digimon, Pokemon, whatever the hell it is, there's like some slight differences in all the
No, I
animes,
have-
even
that-
Ghibli, but
and I
it's still
have
got
to
this
disagree.
one like
I'm gonna disagree because
Okay.
that's such a. I've heard that fucking excuse. No, I'm not trying to like
No, that's
Shit
fine.
on,
shit
all
on
over
you
it.
or anything, but I'm gonna
That's
shit all over. I'm gonna shit all over that. People use that fucking excuse so fucking much that it's ridiculous. Well, it's the art style. It's so different. Then explain fucking Shin-chan or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, Crayon
Gar-
Shin-chan.
Fucking garbage.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about
Look at
that,
Shin-chan.
actually.
Crayon Shin-chan.
In like the Ghibli films look entirely different art style from any other anime because effort and style is put into it.
It's just the
So is,
artist.
So it's Kill la Kill.
Yeah.
You gotta
it's an
remember that the
artistic rendition.
Japan and Korea only have like a few studios, and they have the same bullshit art styles every time they work on a fucking project.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Dragon Quest and look at Dragon Ball. They look exactly the same.
Toriyama did the design for both of them.
Right, but that's the point. But he doesn't draw out the video game. He just draws out the
Right,
design.
but
designs
when
the
he does the
characters.
design, it's up to the studio's job to duplicate that design. Over and
Right,
over
so
again.
it's the studios. They're the ones using that art style. So they go, hey,
They're really
Akira
good at
Toriyama,
copying.
can you do this for us?
Yeah.
He draws them like one character, and then that is their whole fucking lineup.
Well, no, that makes sense because like Fruits Basket from 2004 and then Fruits Basket now are two different art styles.
One's old, therefore bad, and the other one is new, and
I
therefore
still
better.
enjoy. Hey, I still enjoy both of them, but yes, this new one is much better.
You got to
than the
remember
first
that
one.
like shows,
It's
believe it
the
or
art
not,
style
shows like King of the
screams
Hill
like
in
2000s.
Japan are very popular.
Yeah.
This is how Texas really is.
Okay,
This
that's
is how
how
one city in Texas
that might
really
be
is.
how like a small town, and a small chunk of Texas might be. But
I've
Texas
seen
is
it.
so,
I've seen that fucking town.
right. That's like
Yeah.
King of the Hill is very stereotypical for like the redneck.
Yeah.
fucking
The suburb area.
not even suburb. That's
It's
that's
a small
very
town
small
suburb.
fucking town.
Mhm.
Like there are no colored people in that fucking town.
It's based off of Garland and Allen, Texas.
There's that
They
one
combined those
Mexican
two
guy
things.
that they live there because he does everyone's lawn.
The Native American guys too, and the Laotian
They make him
family.
live on a reservation, though.
Not the kid.
John Redcorn and Joseph. Joseph isn't Native American at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
They
That's
never
just
did it. They
recessive
still never did
gribble
anything about that.
genes.
They still never
He's
did
got
anything about that.
he's got that recessive gribble genes, Hank.
What about you, John Redcorn? Do your people celebrate Thanksgiving? We did.
Yes, we did.
Once
The ones.
sounds about right. You know, when you come to this fucking country, people are like, "What about Thanksgiving in Mexico?" I'm like, "Are you shitting me?"
Not the same.
We don't have Thanksgiving in Mexico. What do y'all do then? Oh, well, we like to drink tequila and wait for y'all to go to sleep, and then we come over and try to take Texas back.
One brick at a time.
There you go.
One brick at a time.
Yep.
One white girl at a time.
They're gonna reverse the locks on that wall. Shit.
You're
They got the key
Everybody's
now.
dating Latinas and Latinos now.
that was good.
Or what's hip.
Yeah. Most of the Jewish holidays are all Thanksgivings.
They just give thanks.
Give
For
thanks that we made
For
it.
surviving that much longer.
Like we're
why
here
they
to
have
give
so
thanks
many.
that we survived
And we
another
give-
fucking crisis.
Yep. And we celebrate and we give back that thanks by eating things deep fried in oil.
Jesus Christ, your people have more issues than a newsstand.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's also not like somebody specifically trying to off us, it's also us like wandering through the desert for 40 years trying to find a home.
It's always it's y'all wandering through deserts, building somebody's fucking pyramid, and then y'all backstab somebody like he looking kind of sus over there.
Kind of sus.
I'm just saying, probably shouldn't.
They
have
were
kept
playing
following
Among
old
Us
Moses.
before Among Us was a fucking thing.
No. Oh my god.
And oh my god, another. You know what's a toxic fandom? Old people.
You damn whippersnappers.
You know,
Preach.
like
People.
all these young hooligans, all they ever think about is sex. I'm sorry, how many kids did your grandparents have? What was that? 20?
Like 30.
30 kids? Jesus Christ. I'm like, damn. And I told my aunt, I'm like,
Quit
"Yeah,
being.
y'all-"
3 and 2.
So 5.
That's because y'all stingy.
No.
We don't.
My mom's got 2 older sisters and my dad's got 1 older brother. So my family actually didn't go apparently insane over that.
What about your grandparents?
You know, but you're aren't
So
y'all
my
like aren't y'all supposed to be notoriously stingy? Like, oh, we don't have enough trust fund to go around. Stop having kids.
Bunch of prudes.
There's that, and then there's the other stereotype, like we own the bank, so we're all rich, but not really. That's not a
Damn.
thing.
Got us there.
Well, that's not a thing, so I don't know what people are talking about. No. Okay, granted, my grandparents were born in like the 20s or around, like right after the.
Before the
Yeah.
war.
How
Before
many kids
World-
do they pop out? That's what we want to know.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. On my mom's side, my mom has 2 older sisters. On my dad's side, he just has his older brother. Now, my maternal grandfather, he had, I always forget this number. Was there 6
Okay,
until?
the better question is
The point is, he was the only guy, and
okay.
he was the only guy, and he had
bunch.
like 5 sisters.
the better
A
question
bunch.
is, and here's a fucked up question: where were they at the time?
Where?
What part of the
Were they-
world were they in when they started having kids? Because you said they were born in the 20s, right?
Arkansas.
Oh, okay, they're fine. They weren't.
Home of the Nazis.
Maybe they got lazy. Oh, I have a headache today, babe.
So
Wait, Arkansas is home of the fucking neo-Nazis.
yeah.
Well, back then they were just Nazis.
I refuse to stop for gas in Arkansas or Alabama. I refuse to. When I drive through those states, I have to pull over before I enter the state, put some fucking cards on my eyes like a damn horse, so I don't see
Yeah.
shit.
So as far as we haven't done like too much genealogy into it, but my great My
Old
great
people
grandparents,
have a lot
they're
of
from
kids.
like
I do.
well, but I don't think my family actually does. I don't know how it works. Anyway, like we are part Polish, so we were that was kind of a thing.
So
I
you're
don't think we
part-
had any.
You're white with a little hint of white.
Well, yeah,
The
I've
dash
also got
of
some.
extra white.
I've got some percentage of Polish in me, and I've got some percentage of Russian in me. Apparently,
So you're mayonnaise with a hint of sour cream.
Sauerkraut.
no, no, I'm a hot dog with a vodka
Did
chaser.
you describe yourself to a wiener?
Poles are known for for sausage.
I guess you are
apparently.
what you eat, huh?
Wiener Schnitzel, a kielbasa.
Never had it, so I don't know.
I mean, I'll take your word for it.
Penis.
Penis. Oh, damn, you heard that? Jim Bob, he done made a joke on that podcast about penis.
I said dick online.
Oh, they made another penis joke. Don't we got one? He looks at his man. Yeah, I sure as hell do got one.
Oh, hell.
But
That's all I got.
well, I mean,
Has anyone seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
fuck no.
Not
Because
yet,
that
but it's on the
fandom
list.
is toxic.
Thank God, because I haven't watched it because of the fandom.
That fandom, they're the Mormons of anime. Excuse me, sir. Do you have 45 minutes to talk about fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? No, get off my lawn.
Is that a JoJo reference?
Yeah, I don't know. I've
JoJo
never seen-
reference.
Everything's a JoJo reference. It's a long
Everything's
fucking
a
anime.
goddamn JoJo reference. I was trying to write my book, and I'm over here trying to share ideas, and my friends like, sounds like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And that's why I stopped writing my book. I was
It's like The Simpsons.
Nope.
It's an older manga because
Everything's
it came
gonna
out in
sound
like the 80s.
something at some point.
80s and 90s. So
I
that's an older
have
manga.
never seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I refuse to watch it, especially with the fans. Besides, the art style is
It's artistic.
artistic. My ass.
That's just a fancy word for bad.
That's a fancy. That's like a participation trophy.
The fuck's his face look
Dang.
like it could cut somebody?
That's when you take an art class. They're like, make abstract art, and somebody put hot glue on a piece of wood and called that art. That's
There you
JoJo's
go.
Bizarre Adventure.
Gotcha.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is, you throw a fucking can in the air and whatever it lands on, that's your fucking villain for the season.
Progresso Stromboli. You must be from the 4th season.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is if I watch way too much anime and I'm running out of shit to watch. I'm gonna put this shit on.
It's like, well,
What
it's
time do
either
we start?
this or One Piece.
We're about to get off.
9-ish.
Just checking.
Like 9:05.
We still have-
We started on time.
Oh, okay, good. I'm just making sure.
No, we started 4 minutes late.
Okay.
9:04.
Why'd you interrupt me?
I just want to make sure because I have
She
to go
has
back
to
to work.
poop.
I have
Nope.
to go back to work.
Go back to work. Fuck it. Shoo.
Like
I'm
at a
in,
re-
I'm in
Shoo.
Clear Lake right now.
Don't you have to drive there?
Yeah, I have to drive now.
Then go. Shoo.
No, it's fine. I can finish the show. I
You're
just
the
wanted to
one
make sure.
complaining.
I'm not complaining.
Just for that, we're gonna go an extra hour. We're gonna talk about Sonic.
You're hilarious.
We're going to talk about the Jews.
I'm already done talking about them.
Yeah, we've had no
It's
more
it's the
Jews
same
here.
bullshit over and over. Oh, woe is me.
That's again. It's not whoa. We just finished. We're about to finish another holiday.
I thought you said we're about to finish another crisis.
Was this
No.
the Yom Kippur one? I don't know which one it is.
No, we did that already. That's
I
the
don't
one.
fucking know.
We already did that. This one's called Sukkot. It's the harvest. So this is the one where if I had a house and if I was slightly more observant of my holidays, this is where you're supposed to like build a for lack of a better term, a hut outside with like natural materials. And so you're just supposed to hang out there and like eat plants from your harvest and just sit out under the stars and everything. It's actually pretty cool. There's more
You
to
have-
it than that. That's just a really
They
dumbed
force you
down
to
water
camp?
version.
Y'all
They
have
force you
more
to camp in
fucking
your
holidays.
own clubhouse.
Y'all got more
Yes.
fucking holidays than us Mexicans. We start drinking when the mail gets here.
Órale.
Órale, el correo ya llegó. Drink.
It's a bill.
Yep.
A bill. Fuck it. We're not
It's a
paying it.
bill. We can't fucking pay it, but we're gonna celebrate anyway.
Stole that credit card anyway. A bill.
I'm gonna start showing up to y'all's Jewish holidays Mexican style. That means with
Do it.
with a case of Corona, a fucking big ass speaker, and Tejano music.
We'll allow it.
All right, who invited the help? By the way,
they're
this looks
very
amazing.
Yes, it's so small I can't see it.
Keanu Reeves had to pose for 7 hours for that.
It's Keanu Reeves.
Cool.
These
Got
are
a
$40,
bulletproof vest.
but they're selling them at Walmart for 10 because they're trying to get rid of them.
I'm so disinterested.
It's actually almost the same size as Gogeta. It's cool.
Who'd win in a fight?
Who would win in a fight? Gogeta. Because Keanu Reeves over here pretending to play fucking Guitar Hero. Besides, Cyberpunk is an interesting game. I'm definitely getting it. Who's so overrated?
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves is not overrated. What the fuck?
I didn't say it. Gabby said it. Maybe.
I agree.
Fuck no. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I honestly just don't give a shit.
You
Would kill a man.
Have you seen
with a
John Wick?
pencil.
No.
Have you seen the first Matrix?
Yes, when I was like a kid and didn't understand
I mean,
what the
as
fuck
an
was going on.
adult.
Not recently.
Ugh.
I saw this one movie with him, and I keep trying to forget it. But then you guys keep talking. But then people keep talking about Keanu Reeves, and I have to remember it.
That's because Keanu Reeves is not only a great actor, but he's a fucking saint.
It was a fucking weird ass movie, and I really didn't like it.
Was it about this bus that couldn't slow down?
No, it wasn't Speed. I
No, it's called
actually
a
did.
bus that couldn't slow down.
Was it the one with the replicas or some shit like that?
There was a boat.
No, it wasn't that. He's this husband with kids, and the wife is like an artist, and the wife and the kids go off on some vacation, whatever. He says he's going to join them later.
Is
and
this the
he's too
mailbox one?
No.
Oh.
What mailbox one?
Is the one where like every time he puts something in the mailbox, like his wife receives it.
Oh, the
years
lake
later?
house? No.
No,
No.
not the lake house. Oh.
No.
What the fuck? All of them are the same story, same man, same. What? No, they're not. Obviously, somebody has not. Bill and Ted is so great. John Wick is probably one of the best movie franchises out there right fucking now. This man killed somebody with a pencil, with a fucking put it in his throat.
All because they killed his dog.
Even the game is good. Like this, they murdered this man's dog, and he's all like, I'm gonna burn the world." And it's such a great fucking movie franchise, and Cyberpunk is gonna be amazing.
So it's taken,
That
but with a
fucking-
dog instead of
Fucking
wife.
fucking Black Sonic
No,
on Discord.
I can see
Black
how-
Sonic on Discord says saying Keanu Reeves is overrated is very sus of you, Gabby.
No, your opinion is fucking wrong. I have.
Oh, stop.
No, I'm
That's
dead
right.
serious. I will defend
Technical
Keanu Reeves. He's a great actor. He's a great human
I
being.
never said he's not a good human being. I have seen the stuff that
No, but he's a
done.
good actor too. Like he's a fucking great actor.
I never said he wasn't a good actor. I just said I just don't give a shit.
He even does
I
all of
just
his
don't care.
fucking stunts. I'm not talking to you right now, but I'm talking to fucking comments who are saying that fucking Keanu Reeves is so generic.
Leave the commenters alone.
No,
They're
they
allowed to have
deserve
their
it.
opinions.
You know
They've
what?
been
No.
building this up.
They've been building this shit up.
Essentially, they asked for it.
Oh my gosh.
Who's a better
whatever.
fucking actor than Keanu Reeves? That's what I want to
Oh, I
fucking
don't-
know.
Robert Downey Jr.
You mean because of Iron Man? Because
Nah,
Not
just-
not just because of Iron Man.
name another good movie that he was in. Sherlock Holmes was not that great.
I was gonna
liked
say
it.
Sherlock Holmes.
That was a good one.
movie.
That was a
Like,
good
don't
one,
argue.
yeah.
He acted like British Tony Stark.
So they
'Cause
wanted-
Sherlock.
That's Sherlock Holmes. Do you know who Sherlock Holmes
He
is?
acted like Tony Stark, but it's him, British, and none of the technology or the money. So
That's who Sherlock Holmes is.
actually, it wasn't even Sherlock Holmes. It was just himself with an accent.
What about Chris Evans?
Chris Evans is not a good actor. I
Chris
will point that
Evans
one out.
did Captain America, and even then, Captain America is very two-dimensional.
And also the Human Torch.
Yeah, like I
That
said, he
wasn't
did
a very
Captain
good
America.
acting.
Oh, I know one.
That was too much.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel Jackson plays himself.
That's true.
So how is that?
Reeves.
Samuel
how is that
Jackson doesn't
okay?
act. Samuel Jackson will go on the set and say "motherfucker this, motherfucker that," and then walk
Right.
off.
But why is that okay and not RDJ being Tony Stark all the time?
No, because he's made a few good movies, but his movies before that were actually bad. They were really bad.
Another good. What's that?
And Chris Evans,
Actor?
have you seen Chris Evans? He did a lot of Not Another Teen Movie. He
Oh,
did
you know what's
Fantastic
what's
Four,
another-
which was
you know
not
what's a-
good.
You know what? Actor wise, Tom Hanks.
Ugh.
like Tom Hanks.
He did Forrest Gump, and that was it that I liked.
Forrest Gump, Saving
Aw.
Private Ryan.
And then he did that one movie where he
Castaway.
fucked the
I
beach
just
ball.
watched Saving Private Ryan. That was pretty interesting.
Castaway.
Yeah,
No,
Castaway.
yeah, like I said, the one
also
movie where
did,
he put his
Big.
dick
The
in a
Terminal.
beach ball.
Big.
Terminal.
It wasn't even a
Wait.
beach ball.
No,
It's a
I don't know
volleyball.
about Big. Big, I'm not gonna give you that one. Was
Volleyball.
Why?
because it was meh.
The Terminal. That's a good one.
Was that him? I thought that was Bill Murray.
No,
No,
that was
that's
him. The
I
Terminal.
thought, no, yeah, he's right. It was him.
When he showed up and played in Black
If
Jeopardy.
anything,
on
The
SNL,
Rock
pretty
is a
good.
Yeah,
better
yeah.
actor than Tom Hanks.
No,
Yeah,
No, not really.
The
I
Rock
haven't-
literally only plays The Rock.
for that
Right.
shit was awesome.
I
know.
haven't seen
The
He
Rock
can't
is such a
fucking
bad
act.
actor. Yeah,
I haven't seen The Rock.
$20 had he got written like if he was able to write screenplays, he probably the promos he would cut in WWE with pretty much all the fucking characters. I kind of just picture Maui cutting a Rock promo on
For
the
real.
fucking one
The Rock, I
Yeah.
love The Rock because he was in the Fast and the Furious
movies.
7,
but
where
name
he's in a
another one.
fucking cast, and he's like, "Daddy's got to go to work," and he flexes out of the damn cast, and then the 8th one he punches a torpedo. Oh, these movies are great.
And then they're gonna
Okay,
go to
yeah,
space.
Okay,
They're
but name
black
another
widow.
movie that The Rock was in.
They're all
He's
bad
in
anyway.
Walking Tall, The Rundown. He was in
Scorpion King.
Scorpion
the
King.
Scorpion King. He was in the Fast and the Furious movies. He was in the Tooth Fairy. He was in the Game Plan.
You
Mhm.
have
Moana.
said 0 good
Moana.
movies.
You didn't like the Game Plan? I thought it was funny.
I like The Game Plan and Tooth Fairy.
I didn't like Tooth Fairy, but I like Game Plan.
They're not like great movies though.
I like
they don't
Walking
have
Tall.
great
He was
acting,
good in Walking Tall,
which was a remake.
Mm-hmm.
and I like the remake more.
Okay.
The
Well, you
Ninja
don't think
Monkey.
Adam Sandler was a great person in The Longest Yard?
I
which
thought
has
The
been
Longest
remade
Yard
2
was
times.
much funnier than the original.
It was remade twice. There was a
What?
British version with soccer.
The British
Yeah,
people don't
well.
count.
Oh, stop it.
If they
Those damn Brits.
What else?
British
I
people
think
aren't
Denzel
people.
Washington is definitely a better one. I like Denzel Washington.
Liam Neeson. Mel
Denzel
Gibson.
Washington gets 10
Mhm.
fucking lines per
Mhm.
movie.
Liam Neeson's the same guy. Is the same guy every time.
Pachinko says sounds like Goku has a man crush on The Rock.
So You got a problem
Everyone's
with
allowed
that?
at least one same sex crush.
you got a problem with that?
Ryan Reynolds.
At least
What do you
I
think of
admit it.
as an actor? What do you think of John Cena as an actor?
Oh God, I can't see him in any movies.
He's like a
I-
he's like a young version of
I think
The
he's not that
Rock.
bad.
Yeah, y'all missed the joke.
Yeah, I can't see you.
I
Well,
know.
he can't.
Yeah.
Can't
I
see him,
just
yeah.
chose to ignore it. No, I heard it. I just didn't.
I heard.
I'm
You
I
know
not
watched
acknowledging.
Blockers. I watched Blockers. and
Blockers was good.
He was
Blockers
so
was
like
good.
his character was so stiff, and people were like, that acting was really bad. I'm like, you do realize that was the character, right?
That's
There
the
was
character.
People don't
The Marine.
understand two-dimensional
Yeah,
characters.
the first Marine. I thought that was pretty decent with him. I
That
mean,
one
it's,
was too over the top.
again, it's the same. And I liked him in Bumblebee.
They're shooting at him with assault rifles, and he's
Mhm.
holding up a bulletproof vest, blocking him like he's like a damn Spartan.
Mm-hmm.
He's over here, and they're shooting
That's
up
how
the car
flak
like
jackets
like
work.
never once did they run out of ammunition or gas, for that matter.
There's that spider. I like seeing
What
that. I don't
the
have an
fuck?
issue with
John
him.
Cena's a hell no in acting. Who the fuck do you like? Comment section saying John Cena.
Denzel Washington, Mel Gibson's a.
We're not talking about
Mel
Mel
Gibson.
Yeah. We're
He's
not
that
talking
guy
about
from
Mel
The
Gibson.
Patriot.
And
You mean
I
that
like
one
Mad
movie
Max.
that's like completely American
And
propaganda?
Signs.
And the anti-Semitic
Signs.
rant he had on the highway. Yeah, I remember him.
I like that one movie he made that he wasn't in, Apocalypto.
Also, he was also
Haven't seen
he
it.
made Passion of the Christ too.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ! Does he
I haven't
have
seen
some...
that one either.
Okay, it's literally 2 hours of them beating Jesus like he owes them money.
Yep.
They beat the
Out of-
shit out of this man like he was in prison and
Out
he
of
snitched.
out of Signs, and I finally did get to see like Braveheart. Yeah,
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
yeah. So
Very
once,
hard. It's got Scottish
so
people.
again, nobody's perfect. I don't like the guy in general, but I can like disassociate that crap from the
Who?
Mel Gibson.
Oh, Mel.
Well, the same thing with like, okay, Walt Disney was an anti-Semite, but I disconnect that from, I still like Disney films,
True.
and I like what he was doing with all the fairy tale stuff. He was trying to just show a bunch of kids a bunch of fairy tales from around the world, sort of.
You know what?
And so I'm disconnecting the whole anti-Semitic shit from that.
What anti-Semitic shit?
He hated the Jews.
He didn't like us. He wasn't a fan
Yeah,
of
that
us.
drunken rant. Yeah, you
Yeah.
remember that?
No, I'm talking
No,
about
I
Disney.
never actually heard about that.
He probably had a drunken
Yeah,
rant too.
I
We
know.
just
I
didn't
need
see
to
it.
go.
All right.
Yeah.
That was
Good
fun.
talk about
I
Phantoms.
like that one movie that Mel Gibson's in, The Expendables 3, where he gets killed.
Oh, cool. Haven't
What
seen
about
it.
Charlie?
It sucks. It sucks. The movie's trash.
The Expendables.
The Expendables was supposed to be like every 90s action star brought in together and just them blasting people, killing them,
Yeah.
never, don't even hold the rifles right, never have to reload. It's just like, it's
Yep.
every 90s cliche, like in one movie, and the third one just ruined it.
Cool.
That was his milking the brand.
Who the fuck is Evan Jackie? Even Jackie Chan. I mean,
Oh.
Jackie Chan's not a great actor. He's just known for his martial arts.
He
And
is
Rush Hour.
awesome. And
Rush
around the
Hour.
world, and around the world in 80 days, and the Spy Next Door, and the Tuxedo.
He's not
and
really a
the
good actor though.
Medallion.
He's just his martial arts, and he does all his stunts. And like whenever he does the martial arts, he choreographs all the fights himself. So they're like, "Oh my god, these are really good." But if you take out the fights and just go straight
It's
with his
fun.
acting, it's just like
No, like, okay. So, The Spy Next Door, it's one of those classic, it's like early 2010s, I think. It's like a classic dumb like family film, but I thought it was really cool because the whole intro, they're playing that Secret Agent Man song, but it's all clips of him from like Rush Hour, the Tuxedo, Medallion, what's it? Even like his early movies when he was still in China. It's actually like clips of all of his movies when he's fighting. I was like, okay, I was like, that was a pretty cool idea as his showing that he's like a secret agent.
Mr. Miyagi. Get now you trolling. Get off my chat.
Mr. Miyagi.
Oh yeah, that too.
Wax on, wax off. That's not a lot of how acting. Dayo-san. You clean car and then house. And then wipe ass when you go take shit.
He was in some other stuff too.
He did a lot of comedies. He almost didn't get the role for that movie.
Right.
Actually, he wasn't even their first choice. He was their second choice.
He was on Murder, She Wrote once. He was
Right, but
I
that's
can't remember
because
what he was.
after he did Karate Kid, he became known. He could do dramas and stuff like that. But before
Right.
that, he was a comedian, and the guy they had actually wanted for Mr. Miyagi didn't speak a lot
Yeah.
of English, so
No, I know.
he considered dishonorable to take the role when he couldn't fulfill it. So he was like, okay,
Right.
I'm going to pass on it.
No, he was. No, yeah, he also was in the Hanukkah special with Lamb Chop. It was great.
It's because you watch fan-worthy movies, not the real movies. Oh my God, you're one of those people.
Okay, Martin Scorsese.
I know, right? What
Yeah.
These aren't real movies. They don't have.
You sound like the
Acting.
fucking critics
Calling
that
me
like,
out?
like remember back in the early 2000s. Don't watch like they were the ones that shit on every superhero movie.
Yeah.
Like don't watch
That's-
these.
That's Martin Scorsese.
Or like
Yep.
the actors now like, oh, we hate Marvel because they've ruined movies for everybody. I'm like, oh, because
They didn't pick you for the role, right? Okay.
no, they hate on the roles, and then like and once they get a role, they're like, oh my God, Marvel's amazing. You're like, oh
Glad I
yeah.
could be part of this whole family we got going here.
Like remember when Jennifer Aniston? Everybody loved her until she said something bad about Marvel. Now everybody shits on her.
Who?
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's the same thing with Bill Maher. He always says he doesn't like superhero stuff, and he wasn't that like empathetic with Stan Lee passing, and everyone like shit bricks about it. And it's like, guys, this isn't a new story. He's been saying for years he does not care for the superhero movies. Just
Right,
deal
but
with
if
it.
you're gonna shit on somebody after but he
He
didn't show that
wasn't-
much. He
no,
wasn't
no,
that
no, no, no,
empathetic
no.
for.
No, he was sorry that the guy was dead, but he was just like, he said that like the fans were taking it to like a whole nother level and stuff, and it's like, okay, that was kind of like, this is just another like old guy, and he just spouts his opinion, and it's just an opinion. Like, you guys don't have to listen to him. If you're really sad that he's gone, and a lot of us were, then continue to be sad that you're. Then continue to be sad.
I'm
like,
so
ignore the guy.
glad. I'm so sorry, but I'm so glad we don't have the comments visible anymore.
Why?
Well, some of them are shit. I think Spider-Man is the worst hero. That's my opinion.
All right. Oh. I'm not going to argue with anybody. That's your opinion.
Somebody doesn't
I'm
read
not gonna-
comics.
I mean, I watch what I watch. I read what I read. I don't play like all the video games or whatever.
Well,
I
no,
like
the
what I
reason
like.
why
And you,
people like Spider-Man is because he's the superhero that has like real world problems. Like he's trying
Yeah.
to struggle his life, and he's trying to
Yeah.
struggle being a hero, and he also lives in poverty. Like he doesn't make money.
right.
Like most superheroes have fucking money. Black
Yeah, there was a
Panther-
point. There was a part in the 2018 Spider-Man game on PS4. Like he midway through the game, his apartment got evicted.
The
Right,
Tobey
yeah.
Maguire movies made a point of that. He was always he wasn't in a nice penthouse or anything. He was all the paint was peeling off and shit. He's behind on his rent all the time. Like,
Yeah, that's why I got
There
You're
is
gonna rent
a-
when you fix this damn door.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
share.
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna
I-
share.
Hey,
What-
Peter Parker. You
What
got
what
something for me?
really what
Get your
really
rent
got
when
me
you fix
to
this damn door.
Spider-Man gets screwed over a lot, and that's why I
Yeah.
can sympathize with him because there's a story, and I'm gonna share this, and then we're gonna end the podcast.
thank you.
With Civil War, after he revealed his identity,
Mm-hmm.
he got so all of the villains, they go after him. So they hire somebody to assassinate Aunt May,
Mhm.
and she gets shot, and he goes into a fucking frenzy, and he goes to every doctor in the world, every doctor. I mean, Mr. Fantastic, who's also known as Dr. Reed, Dr. Doom, the fucking villain from the. Everyone tells him the same thing. You know,
Yeah.
we're sorry. There's nothing we can do for her. She's gonna die.
Mhm.
So he meets this little guy. He meets this little girl, this little redheaded girl, and she's like, "I can save Aunt May. I can." But you have to. So here comes this guy. And he's like, "I'll make a deal with you.
Yeah.
If you give up your marriage with Mary Jane and y'all lose y'all's memory about it, he'll save Aunt May." And he's
Right.
reluctant, but he does it.
He was very conflicted about it.
He's very conflicted. So the guy he made the deal with was actually Satan. He made a deal with Satan.
It was Mephisto.
And the little girl was his daughter from the future. And but she never comes to exist because he decided to say Aunt May dying would have meant the birth of his daughter. But he gave up his daughter to save Aunt May, who was
She's
just
old.
going to die of age anyway.
Shit.
I think it's called Dawn of a New Day or something like that. But he got
it was just
fucked.
New Day.
Like none of the Avengers and a lot of Marvel superheroes have fucked over Spider-Man so much that you just feel bad for him.
Mhm.
Did SJ leave?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, she had to go.
Well, she's getting dressed or something. I don't know. She's got to get ready for work. Tomorrow's Friday.
Wait, what the fuck is your nickname?
Me?
Oh, she left now.
She's gone now.
Oh, her phone died. That's what happened.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and end it there. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I think we should be back tomorrow. I'm not sure. Yeah, fuck it. I guess we'll be back tomorrow because Jace won't leave me the hell alone about it.
I'm so sober. I need something to do.
Go eat some
Watch
chips.
him. Yeah,
No
watch it.
calories.
Go watch The Boys or Cobra Kai.
Hey, speaking of the boys, they just put the finale up already.
Boys, nice.
What? Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
it dropped early.
Is it episode 7 or 8?
I think it was 7. Actually, let me look. Hold on. Let me see.
See.
'Cause I
Let's
thought
see.
it wasn't the finale just yet.
Let's see. We're going to see. Lo vamos a ver. The character who played Satan is called Mephisto.
It's Mephisto, which is the Marvel Satan.
Isn't Jared Leto playing him? And that was supposed to come out this year.
No,
too?
no, no.
Jared Leto's he's played Morbius.
This wasn't that.
Morbius, my bad. Morbius.
It
my
wasn't Marvel's devil. It was actually like the devil, like Satan himself.
Right.
Because they
It was
established it
Mephisto.
wasn't.
It was
Meph-
Mephisto.
Was it Mephisto?
Yeah, but he is the Marvel's devil in their universe.
But I don't remember if that was him because they have different Satans.
Oh, is the
This
episode?
was Mephisto.
It's number 8 just dropped.
That
Of the
is the
Boys.
season finale. Holy shit.
Yeah,
I
number
gotta
8
go watch
just
it.
dropped today.
All right, podcast is over. Thanks for watching. We don't have a sponsor anymore, even though No Name Nerd's still right there. They're just there for cosmetic.
What happened?
I don't fucking feel like plugging them anymore. I'm lazy.
That's what.
Plus, we're not
Just
making
throw them
anything
under-
off of them. We're not big enough to make anything off of them.
Well, don't
yet.
say if you say that they're not gonna do it.
Look, but we are promoting beer, and I have $3. I actually do only have $3. Under
Yay.
Subsidence, Goku's Burger, and Geeks 5 Ever. And, we can replace their logo with your logo, Sonic.
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
Yes.
I'm planning on updating it within a few days. So, oh, by the way, check out on YouTube, new video. Hope you guys like it. I've actually received a lot of feedback on it. I was really happy about it, so hope you guys enjoy it.
Right. All right, guys. I guess they'll go join Discord. They'll be on Discord. All right. Peace, everybody.
All right, take care, y'all. Bye.